Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome. How are we all? First of all, have I got any double audio? Is it a bit echoey? I'm wondering whether there's two audio tracks on tonight or not. Let me know if the music's there. Let me know if the microphones are doubled. Let me know what's going on, because I'm going to be honest with you. Things feel weird. Things feel a little bit weird tonight, right? Okay, we're in a strange new world. Strange new world, right? The date is the 25th of May, 2025, and it's a date that will live in infamy, because as of today, Sunderland are a Premier League club, and I need to really consider how that's affected me. Because obviously I've said a lot of things about the Premier League, and I've said a lot of things about Sunderland, and I've said a lot of things about real football, and I've said a lot of things, and yesterday there was a lot of emotion in the stadium and in the ground, and we'll talk a little bit about it. But we've also got, of course, got all the wonderful stuff we've got with FMs. We've got Farul, Constanta. We got them into Europe at the back end of last season. We now have the transfer streams. We're going to do some recruitment. We'll do some scouting. We might even muck about with some data. You know what I mean? It's a weird new world. Who knows what's going to happen? We're here on Twitch, on TikTok, on YouTube. We're all over the place. Do you know what I mean? So, shall we get into it? Shall we see what's what? Come and let us know how we get on. And yeah, let's just hang out, have some vibes, shall we? Let's do that. Right, here we go then. This is us. As I say, let me know if there's an echo at any point on audio wise. No one's let me know so far, so therefore that's leading me to think that things might actually be okay, and therefore audio levels are fine. There's no double audio, nothing at all. Hello to anybody, by the way, who is brand new. Welcome to the channel. This is a Journeyman save. It's a Journeyman save, right? So the plan being we're just going to sort of bumble around, see where we end up. We started employed with no badges, no experience, no qualifications. We started in Finland. We were at HIFK for 4 years. We nearly got ourselves, we got ourselves to a playoff final. Richie, we got ourselves to a playoff final. Kebab Wrap Chris, we got ourselves to a playoff final. Who else got themselves to a playoff final yesterday? Sunderland did. Sunderland got themselves to a playoff final yesterday. And while I lost in my playoff final, obviously Sunderland won theirs. And it was just, the usual 5 minutes after the 90 minutes, That's what we do, innit? Till the end. That's what they say. They say till the end. So you go till the end. And there was still plenty more game after we scored. Do you know what I mean? There was still another 47 minutes worth of injury time, whatever it was afterwards. There was 112 minutes, I think, the final whistle blew. But yeah, quite an experience. It's exercised some demons, that match did yesterday, because the last time I was at Wembley, I lost. We lost in the playoff final to Charlton. So I've exercised my demons now. And therefore, the good luck charms will now be black jeans and the this season's away shirt. So that's the new current good luck charm. So we're having that. That's the new thing. Calispira, Mean Wolf, good to see you, my friend. Alfie's in over on TikTok, as is Connor, as is Aaron, as is Jamo, as is Daggerags. A pleasure to see you all. We've obviously got YouTube up there as well. But yeah, anyone who's brand new, feel free to come in, pull up a chair, have a conversation, grab yourselves a drink, get a notepad if you're going to start joining us with the transfer stream and joining in with some suggestions of players and stuff. Are we going to muck about with data and tactics and stuff? I mean, why not? Do you know what I mean? Anything seems possible now, doesn't it? Really, the world is a very different place. I'm seeing things through different eyes. So maybe this is the year that we do start to go data driven. Maybe I'm just a little bit tired. Maybe that's what it is. I'm thinking a little bit too. I'm thinking without thinking is what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking without thinking. Callum up the Mackhams, absolutely Callum. There we go. How excited my friend plays for that team. Yes, the Barber family. Really? Who's your mate? Who plays for Farul Constanta? We are in 2029, so there's a chance that your pal maybe doesn't still play right now. I mean, they might do. We don't know. Let's have a look. And if your pal is one of the best players we've got here, then that'll be fantastic. They play for the female team. Oh, well, that's awesome, though. That is awesome. Let us know who they are. I mean, we can't obviously access them right here, but it'd be cool to keep my eyes peeled for some excellent female players for potentially the next version of FM, whenever that may be. But yeah, so yesterday was good, yesterday was fun, yesterday was fine. No stress at all, completely normal. Weirdly, I will say weirdly, we'll talk about it first of all before we get further, right? Congratulations, by the way, commiserations, I should say, to Sheffield United, right? They, in the first half, they should have won. Okay? I'm saying it now, they should have won. First half, probably Sheffield United, really. Patterson, with the greatest save of all time. There's no hyperbole at all here, right? That Patterson save is the greatest save of all time, okay? Gordon Banks, not as good. Even Jimmy Montgomery in the cup final against Leeds, not as good as that save from Patterson, right? immense. And then, of course, Sheffield United score. Because, of course, they do. Do you know what I mean? That's how the narrative works, isn't it? You know, go 1-0 down. That'll be fun. So 1-0 down, fine. No bother. I went to the toilet at that point, came back, and then I was walking down the steps. I saw them run through in and then just, like, flick it past Patterson. I was just like, I'm not allowed to go to the toilet again, right? I think I was about 4 or 5 pints in at that point, and I was like, I've had too many pints at the start of the game, and I've needed a wee, right? So we've done that. Saw the goal getting conceded. I was like, that's not fun. And then then the second goal went in, and obviously I remembered that there was VAR, and I remember being angry about the idea that VAR was going to happen because, of course, it hasn't been used in the league at all. But it was going to be used in the playoff final. I thought, that's a contentious decision. Figuring that eventually VAR would really screw us out of getting promoted. Steph Kazariu, I've butchered that name. Steph Kazariu, possibly, is the female Farul Constanta player. And they've just won the league undefeated. Get in. Yes, the Farul ladies. We haven't won the league, and we're certainly not unbeaten. But we will try. We'll take that inspiration from there. So that goal goes in, and we're sort of like, shit, like 2-0's not quite what we expected. It's like, that's not really on the what was supposed to happen. And we were all like, we just laughed at that point. We're just like, this is ridiculous. Like, how we're 2-0 down? Like, we shouldn't have been 2-0 down, because I think, like, but it was just like, oh god, here we go, 2-0 down. And then we realised that VAR had happened. I was like, VAR, of course, there's VAR. And we sat and we waited, and we had like a couple of false dawns and that. And then VAR does what VAR always does and gets the correct call. Whether you like it or not, VAR gets the correct call. And VAR rightly proved that there was 2 Sheffield United players in an offside position when the shot was kicked back through. So therefore, goals disallowed doesn't count. Right, brilliant. We can just about hang on then until half time. So half time happens, and then we all go in and we have a lovely time. And me and Rich Owens, the fantastic Rich Owens, by the way, me and Rich Owens hanging out in real life, having a great time. I was very, very happy that I could get to share the cup final with him. I got the playoff final with him. I was like, right, I've got a ticket. Do you want in? And he's like, yes, please. So I sorted him out, and so we had another couple of pints at half time, and then we went back to our seats, and I hadn't realised it was 55 minutes when we took our seats again. I was like, we might have been here for a little while longer than I thought we were. So anyway, sat down, everything's fine, having a lovely time in the second half, and then Mayenda scores, because of course he does, because he's class, and he gives it the big Randy Orton's, just like, I hear voices in my head, right? And like, obviously we've gone nuts at that point, forgetting, of course, that the big Luke O'Nine's dead in the first half. Like, Luke O'Nine has died. They've had to drag the carcass of Luke O'Nine off the pitch after like 14 seconds or something. And then we're all like, oh, Luke O'Nine's dead. That's not great. Like, things are going to be pretty bad now. And he did not look in a good way. When he was walking off the pitch, he did not look well. He looked like he'd been out at Trafalgar Square the night before. Like, he was just like staggering about, like, no clue what was going on. Can I have a quick summary of the save so I understand what I'm watching? Yes, Jim DeBeer, absolutely I can. So basically what happened, Jim, right? I appreciate the follow as well, my friend. If you are brand new, by the way, drop those follows on. If TikTokers, drop the follows, TikTokers, come on. And Twitch as well. So basically, yeah, Jim, this is a journeyman save. So we started unemployed, no experience, no qualifications, nothing like that. We ended up in Finland, the second division of Finland, for 4 years. Got to the playoffs, didn't make it through. Unfortunately, our contract was up, so we left. Moved out to Romania, which is where we are now. Farul Constanta, second division of Romania. But this club is owned by Georgi Hagi, okay? Romanian legend Georgi Hagi. So we've come here. Rivaldo is one of the directors of the club. So naturally we were like, yeah, we're going to come here. We won the second division in our first season. We then came up to the top division. Okay, expected to just about battle relegation. We finished third, which means we're actually going to be in the Europa Conference League qualifiers against Trabzonspor. So everything's gone pretty well. We've had to sell some of our best players because that's kind of how it works. But we've done all right. We've done all right. We've had a couple of years where we're sort of like, I mean, Finland, 4 years in Finland was brutal. It was brutal, especially when we realised we weren't even getting paid. We didn't get paid at all, a single penny. We were doing it for the love of the game. Shane, am I on Twitch? I am Shane, yes. It's Tony Jameson FM on Twitch. It's exactly the same as what you've got on TikTok. So Tony Jameson FM on Twitch. If you are on TikTok and you want to see the full screen, because we're going to be doing the transfer window today, we're going to get in and about on those attributes and those stats. If you do want to do that, head over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tony Jameson FM. Noah on the follow on TikTok. Thank you very much, my friend. Very kind indeed. That guy, new to FM, how do you even begin to find players to sign? This thing called the search filter, search functionality is where you want to go. You go to scouting, and then at that point, I like to trust my scouts because that's their job and their recruitment focus. Or you can just search by players, edit search, and you can just search by attribute if you want to do it that way, if that's easier. So that guy's in on the follow. Appreciate that. Very, very kind indeed. Shane, Alex has come in, drops a follow. Nice to see you, Shane. Obviously come over from TikTok. Thank you very much. Jim says, this sounds good. I'm sticking around. Love that. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. So this is our summer transfer window then, because this is our first season potentially in Europe if we get past Trabzonspor. So if we can get some decent players through, then maybe we have a bit of a push at the league next year. Who knows? Who knows? Should say as well, we did get a couple of job interviews at the end of the last stream as well, right? We had a couple of job interviews for who was it? It was the University of Craiova came to us because Mario Balotelli got sacked. So Craiova wanted us, so they came and had a bit of a conversation with us. And also Cluj, who current Champions League club, Cluj interviewed us as well. So that was interesting. And interesting again, Joe Morley's in on the follow. Appreciate Joe Morley. Very, very kind indeed. Presumably you are that guy from Twitch, so welcome in. It's a pleasure to see you. Andrei Mostovoy, that's a Russian name, I've ever heard one, isn't it? So we've got those Cluj and Craiova in there as well. Also, we had Göztepe, who are the Turkish side. They offered us an interview, which was very interesting, because Joe Morley in the sub as well. Yes, my friend. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. Very kind indeed. Link your Twitch to Discord, Joe, and then you get yourself access to the secret subscribers chat in Discord, and more importantly, the save file. So you can go and do some scouting for yourself, or take the save on and move it around. Do whatever you want to do. Interestingly, Göztepe came and interviewed us. They've been relegated to the second division in Turkey, and they have a £14 million transfer budget. So, I'm not going to lie, it's interesting. It's interesting. Wisla Krakow, Wisla Krakow are a bad club, really, because they love hanging out with Lazio. So, not really my kind of vibe, to be honest. Umbilicus, congratulations on promotion. How are we? Thank you, Umbilicus. Very, very confused. Umbilicus is where I am. I've started trying to regale the story. It was fun. It was fun. We got the set. We got the Mayenda goal. Big Mayenda. Randy Orton's. Everything's happy. And I've been saying to people all along, I was like, right, look, now we've scored. We're not losing this. And I even said before then, I was like, we're not losing this game. Like, it'll go to penalties. We might lose on penalties, but we're not losing the match, right? Whether it's extra time or whatever. Like, I never really felt panicked. And it's a weird feeling to not feel panicked in that situation, right? So it happens, and yeah, so we get that sort of that Mayenda goal, and I say, okay, cool, excellent. And then, if I'm brutally honest with you, I don't know what happens next. Like, I've got no idea. The next 20 minutes is an absolute blur, right? What days do we normally stream? I normally do Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, Jim. And I record a podcast on a Thursday. I record the FM show podcast on a Thursday. This week's episode is with Harry Robinson from the Have a Word podcast, which comes out this Thursday. It's fantastic. You're going to love it. We actually talk about a football manager. I was going to say football manager legend. I think he maybe is. Certainly football manager icon. That Harry knows and is mates with. So it's really bizarre how this comes up in conversation. Welcome, SMH, my head. Yes, up the Farul indeed. Up the Farul. Come on. LM's on there as well. So yeah, so we score this second goal, right? And the first goal, sorry, Mayanda scored. And then let's say, then 20 minutes, the next 20 minutes, I don't really know. I've got no idea what happens. Like, I'm just watching this game like as an out-of-body experience sort of thing. Just not fazed by anything. Just sitting sort of like, arms crossed, stood up, just like, yeah, we fine, whatever. You know, we're not losing this. It's okay. It's going to be all right. Something will happen. Like, but just very blasé. Connor in on the follow. Appreciate you, Connor. Very, very kind. Thank you for that. And I don't even think I'd realised that we'd got. Well, we must have. I must have realised. Fitzer, we're football manager Fitzer, football manager 24. That's what we're playing tonight. Like, obviously, I must have realised that we'd got to extra time and like injury time and that. But I just don't know. Like, I just completely chilled as we go through, and then the ball goes out, and Kiefer Moore can't control the ball, and it pops back out, and then little Tommy Watson, who of course a lot of people have said a lot of things about, given the fact that he's obviously moved off to Brighton. You know, local lad, come to the system. He's played not many games, but has then agreed to move to Brighton, and some people have been like, oh, why has he gone there? You know, blah, 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 blah. Is this Jack Clark all over again? Blah, 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 blah. You know, football fans are like really sort of like, they're happy to think things through. They're not reactive. They don't just sort of like, you know, they're not just sort of like just giving things on the spirit. There's no emotion. There's no passion behind it. It's all very much like, look, I've thought about the facts, and here's my incredibly reasoned response. So there was none of that, and Watson comes on, and there's 10 million reasons he's going to Brighton. Well, yeah, money talks, doesn't it, at the end of the day? And he comes on, and Kiefer Moore plays him in beautifully, and picks the ball up, and then just goes, I'm just going to pop this in the bottom corner, actually. And it was incredible. Genuinely incredible. And like, at that point, I think, like, yeah, scenes, limbs, jumping up and down. I've got a video as I sort of go around. I've got a video of like a guy behind us. He's got his kid, and like, his kid's like, no, he's probably about the age of youngest Jameson, and youngest Jameson's like, the kid's like sort of asleep on his arm, on his shoulder, and he's like crying as this goal's gone in. I can't remember if it was after the goal or whether it was like it was the end of the match. After the goal, I think I gave him a fist bump and that. I was like, this is what we're doing, and like just jumping around, just grabbing anyone that's around. And Rich is like looking around, just going like, this is fucking bananas. Like, this is absolutely mental. I'm like, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Like, you know, everyone's like lost their minds completely. And then at that point, it's just a party for like the next however many minutes it is in play, because I think we have about 4 minutes worth of celebrations. And then there's that like crunching tackle by Trey Hume right at the end, where like he just kills, I think, is it Hamer possibly? Just takes him out, but doesn't just take him out. I think there's a tweet that's gone around going like, he doesn't just take him out. He robs him. He takes him of all of his dignity and just like in his family situation. That like you just see that this lad's soul just dies and like leaves him and he's just lying on the floor like, oh dear. It's been a long shift and I've just been like clattered. And then then at the end of the final whistle goes and it's like just there was a lot of emotion at that point. And for me, there was emotion on for me because like I've got such like a twisted family history with Sunderland. Like obviously, like you lot know what I've been through in a little sense to get to where I am with Sunderland. You know, there was a story behind it as well as to like sort of what the original Sunderland story was. But there's just like you can't really sort of like put into words that moment. And I did it. I did a little cry. And again, I didn't think I was going to do that. But it hit me everything just hit me like this whole history with the club and being there and like sort of, you know, experiencing what obviously had gone through. Exercising some demons from the last time I was at Wembley. And yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, it was good. So can't really complain. It's fine. Do you know what I mean? Whatever. There you go. Goal's done. Game's over. Everyone's happy. And then the celebrations just go off. And nobody wants to leave the ground. And it's like, eventually we probably have to go. And just remember driving up, thinking that was just like literally I was sat in the car, spoke for quite a bit at first, and then I just like my brain just locked down. I went, I can't talk anymore. I have no more things to say. Logan Field in on the follow. Appreciate you, Logan. Very kind. Veggie, you were at Wembley. I thought it was loud. It was very, very loud. Looks weird when it goes in slow motion. 100% in slow motion. Yes, Richie, we owe an apology. I think so. Jason Thomas, Calisphere Jason, how are you, my friend? We scout, and then we decide that we get players from Generation Foot and Mimosas. That's 100% it. That's exactly how we do it. Sunderland goal was sublime. The ball curved like a rainbow in the sky. It was that, you know. It is that. I also find it interesting that Sheffield United didn't sell all their tickets. I mean, there's like, come on, like, this is a playoff final, a massive opportunity for a club, and they didn't sell everything. That's we're not going to Gostepe, everybody. Gostepe have decided that we apparently are not good enough for them. Right, or we gave them the wrong answer, or whatever. They were satisfied with the plans we put forward, but ultimately decided you weren't the right person to take the club forward. They've gone with Yerko Leko, which makes sense, I'm guessing. Where's he been? He's at Konyaspor. So, sacked after losing the confidence of the dressing room. There we go. That's what we're going to do. FM, no casuals. Congratulations. Thank you, casuals. Very kind indeed. Yes, it was decent, that. Not a bad Saturday. And my seats were class. Like 2 rows from the front. So, lovely. VAR didn't half give those lot a hand today, mate, didn't they? Oh, the Premier League. Well, I've seen the Premier League one. The Villa VAR. Well, not a VAR, was it? Because the referee blew the whistle beforehand. So they weren't allowed to look at the VAR. Yeah. Guess I've got to be interested in the Premier League now. Not necessarily Holster. I can still hate it. Because here's the thing, right? If I'm being brutally honest, yesterday was incredible. Of course it was. There was a lot of emotion wrapped up in yesterday. But today I felt very weird. And I don't know what it is. Like, I think I am conflicted with, obviously, with what's gone on. You know, but I don't know. I don't really know what to. Oh, I don't really know what to say. It's just one of those, isn't it? It's one of those. Standard of refereeing is disgraceful. It is a bit, isn't it? It's a bit rubbish. But apparently, best league in the world, according to anybody who watches the Premier League. Do I think Sunderland can keep Job for next season? 100%. 100%. He's going nowhere. He's going absolutely nowhere. Like, have you seen any of the videos of him reacting? Like, he loves it. He absolutely loves it. Yeah, I genuinely think that... like, to be fair, I don't even think Job was going to leave had we stayed, had we not been promoted. I think Job would have stayed had we been promoted, because I think that all this talk, and let's say it is talk about Dortmund, which seems to be the obvious link. He's very keen to be his own man. He's very keen to be his own player. He's not Jude. He's very different to Jude. He does different things. So I don't know if he'd want to do the Dortmund route. Guesswork based on absolutely nothing, of course. How did I end up playing in the remaining First League? Well, luck meets preparation. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity, isn't it? Yeah, the opportunity came up, and I was the right man for the right job. So that's how we're there. A lot of times, Job is crying after the Ballard goal. Yeah, exactly. This is the thing, and this is why I think like he genuinely loves it. He genuinely loves it. You can see there's a lot of emotion tied up in him. He's desperate to do well. He really stepped up when Dan Neil went off as well. And fair play to Patrick Roberts, by the way, who'd come on. And yes, he can't really do much when he's out wide, because he's got one move, and that's cut back in and pull the ball back. But that ball he played for Mayenda for the equaliser. Whoa, Paddy Roberts. Give yourself a pat on the back, Paddy. That was excellent. Beautiful, beautiful pass. Perfectly weighted, bent around the in around the defenders. Can't argue. Can't argue with that. But yeah, then obviously when Dan Neil went off, Job just had to step up and do a bit more. And he just does more. Like him and Luke O'Nien, like genuinely, like you can see they love being there. You gotta stay in shape for all the fighting when you guys play Newcastle. Yeah. I mean, the derbies are horrible. I don't like the derbies at all. I hate the derbies. I've always hated the derbies. They're not fun. They're not fun. And I think anyone who thinks that they are fun is lying. So yeah, just nah. The shit. And you know what? If they like, we've got to play them. Obviously, we've got to play them, which is fine. And this is not coming from a fear perspective. It's just from a dickhead fan perspective. I mean, you know what? It turns me into an arsehole as well. The derby, like, because there's a level of like unnecessary hate and anger in there, which I worry about myself. I'm like, how do I feel this? You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, that's where we are. So there's all that's obviously got to come out as well over the next few days, the next few weeks, trying to sort of like work out, okay, now how do I feel about this whole situation? Like, it's great, don't get me wrong, it's fantastic. You look around, you see all the faces, and you see everyone like crying and happy and hugging each other and like smiling and having a great time and like dancing away, and it's incredible. Like, and they've been away, we've been away for so long. To get back to the Premier League is fantastic, and it had to be this year, because with Wrexham and Birmingham coming up, then like There's no way Sunderland would have got promoted next season. Let's be honest. So it had to be this year. Is it going to be difficult going up this year? Yeah, probably. Are we going to come straight back down? I'm sure the expectation is that we're coming straight back down. Does it matter? No, not at all. Not at all. Does it matter if we're the worst Premier League side ever? No, not at all. Do I think they will come down? No, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Rattlesnake Jake, yes, my friend, welcome in. Probably, if we do come back straight back down, fine. Better in it. Championship, back again. I don't know. There's just something weird at the minute with Sunderland, and it's just like this season's just felt differently, and I don't know whether it's been as daft as it sounds. Since the whole Hummel kit thing, like there's just been a feeling associated with the club that is just different. And anyone who's like a Sunderland fan will probably know what I'm on about. Like everything's just felt better and more optimistic, and none of us really know how to cope with that because we're all such dour pricks. Even now, like we celebrated last night. We're just like, oh yeah, it's brilliant. Oh, I'll probably get relegated soon. Oh, never rubbish in it. Never mind. Oh, the traffic's bad. Like, already looking around, going, oh god, we have to go and travel over to bloody Bournemouth. Is this on TikTok or is it on Twitch as well? Matthew Hardy, we're on Twitch as well, my friend. We're Tony Jameson FM on Twitch, Twitch TV. Twitch.tv/Tony Jameson FM. Rattlesnake Jake, how are the lads? Unbelievable field. Excellent. Exactly, Rattlesnake. Unbelievable indeed. Were you there, pal? There's a couple of us over here on TikTok. Chris and Richie, were you boys there yesterday? Because obviously here I am giving my feelings. It would be nice to hear anyone else who was there as well, see what they thought. If Rich Owens pops in at any point, we'll find out what he thought about it, because it'll be interesting to get his opinion now. Because I think I remember telling him, "God, this club's different. This club feels weird. It feels it's a strange club. This club." And I think he got it. I think Rich understood what Sunderland was as a thing yesterday, which is bizarre. Gica Popescu, by the way, Romanian legend Gica Popescu. It's not the end of the world going down unless they spend too much trying. Yeah, and you know what? I don't think we will spend too much trying, and I think we will go down. And that's fine. It's absolutely fine. Like I'm all on board for the ride. Like let's just do it. It's gonna be silly. If we really, really try our best, we can be relegated by February. Like if we really try, brilliant. I didn't look at season ticket prices today. Shut up, you did. Yeah, I didn't try and sit the kids down and go, look, there's only one way you're going to see Liverpool, Elders Jameson, and it's by having your own season ticket for Sunderland. So I've gone to the bad place. What year are we in, asks Brody Carson. We are in 2029, so we're quite a little way in now, to be honest. Nudging our way through life here. I've got it down as season 8. It might even be season 7. I've got no idea. To be honest, I've lost track of my own save. Hardy in with a follow. Appreciate it, Hardy. Very kind indeed. Welcome from Twitch. Rattlesnake, I was there. 4th time at Wembley. Certainly the best. Exciting times ahead no matter what. That's the thing. Exciting times no matter what, right? It's my 2nd time there at Rattlesnake. I was there for the Charlton game when we lost. We drew 4-4 and lost on penalties, and I've never gone back since because I figured that was a bad luck charm. But yeah, I went yesterday and I've exercised the demons. Completely exercised the demons now. The last 2 matches have just been stupid. Absolutely stupid. They've been so Sunderland. So no other club can do that. By the way, that is how Sunderland do things. The easy way, the hard way, and the Sunderland way. The easy way, the hard way, the TJ way. Do you see how those 2 things are interlinked? Toby Saeed, tips for managing non-league teams with no money. Trials, my friend. Trial players. It's free scouting. Get them in on a trial. Have a little look at them. See what they look like. If they're any good, put them in the team. Non-contracts. You don't have to pay a lot of money for them. And go and get loans. Go and get players on loan from bigger clubs, Premier League clubs, or like League One clubs, Championship clubs, that sort of thing. You'll not pay their wages. Just get them in. Get them in. Get them in. Not all their attributes come up. Just trial them in. Like what's the harm? Trial them in, because you're not going to know who they are, because you've not got your scouts all over the world. Get them on a trial, and then give them a week or two. If they look shit, bin them off, because you're not paying them, so it doesn't matter. If they look half decent, offer them a contract. Don't get tied down to players. Don't get connected to players, because they're going to leave. And just, keep it nice and simple. And have fun with it. That's the best way to do non-league. Get us good. You have Wembley win, still waiting for a Leeds one. Well, get us. You did it the other way around by just winning the league. It was much easier. Get it done. We went for the narrative approach. But good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Bonjour, Christopher. Christopher, did your team win a trophy this week, by any chance? Did your team have a good week in football? Christopher in there with the prime. Thank you, Chris. Very, very kind indeed. Your team did. You did win a trophy, didn't you? Because your team aren't really meant to be trophy winners, are they? Florentine on with a follow. Appreciate you, Florentine. Very kind. Thank you. Welcome to TikTok. Chris, by the way, one of those Tottenham fans. Tottenham don't win nothing. Tottenham do win things now. Alfie JD in on the follow. Thank you, Alfie. And nice to get the hype train on the go as well. Here we go. Yes. Funny. Did Sunderland win something? Yes, they did. Chris, it's funny you should mention that. Sunderland also did a win. 33 has resubbed as well. That's appreciated, my friend. 32 months in. How are the lads, 33? We went and won the playoffs. So that's pretty decent. Not too bad. Not too bad a week, Went straight back today. Straight back to normal today by getting murdered by the Seagulls. Yeah, you don't have to bother with the league anymore now, do you? You've got Champions League football. It's all done. Veggie, my local team, went down to the Noorderbeek League or whatever it's called. I mean, yeah, that's one of those things, isn't it? We're going to have to get rid of new names now as well. The Vanarama's not even a thing anymore, is it? Noorderbeek League. Is that where Blythe Spartans are going to play? I think it is, isn't it? To be fair, Blythe Spartans are like the Power League 5s or something. How are Stoya doing? Stoya not doing well. We beat them last year. They're not champions. They weren't champions last year. I'll show you where they are. Where is it? Where's last year's league situation? How do I look at it? Let's go to my history, probably. History overview. I don't think it is that, is it? League table. Oh yeah, current season. Last season, yeah. Stoya. Oh, Stoya did win the league. Sorry, my mistake. Of course they did. It was Rapid Bucharest who were... No, yeah, Rapid won the league. There you go, yeah, Rapid won the league, despite finishing technically second. Stoya in the Champions League, as a Dinamo. We finished 6th. We're in the Conference League. I don't understand Romania. I don't understand it. It's weird. It's very odd. Not sure you want to play foreign teams. Nah, probably not. Half the team are still pissed, says Chris. Probably. I would imagine more than likely. Hello, Murph. How are you, friend? Welcome. Big shout out, by the way, to Murph. Not only a TikTok streamer, but also a Twitch streamer as well. Nice to have you in, my friend. Pleasure to have you. Florentine says, I told you it's shocking. Oh, yeah, we knew it was shocking, but I didn't realise how shocking it was. LC and on the follow, thank you very much, my friend. Did not understand, first of all, that all of the points were cutting off. That's not great. Then just they make it up as they go along. just tell you where you are. It's like, all right, brilliant. 33, every inch of my body is aching. Cried my eyes out for 40 minutes after full time. I've witnessed Simon Grayson and Kazenga Luar in the last 8 years. To be where we are now is absolutely insane. Yes, 100%. 33. I did a cry. Rich Owens has definitely seen it. He can confirm it happened. I just feel exhausted. I feel drained. I feel genuinely drained. Murph has won the Asian Champions League. That is a huge thing, by the way. That's just as important as winning the playoffs. Congratulations, Murph. That is incredible for you. Japanese side. Who are you in Japan again? You are. I want to say it's Gamba Osaka, but it's not, is it? First trophy in the Penta. Get in. Some teams don't have a license to play European competitions. I don't think that's going to be affected in the game. I don't think, Florentin, but it could be. Omaya, that's where you are. Yes, David, what save is this? This is a Journeyman save, David. We are currently in our, what I think is our 8th season, maybe our 7th, but it's our 3rd season in Romania, so that would make our 7th season actually. And we won the 2nd division with our first attempt. We then got into Europe with our 2nd attempt, well, sorry, our 1st season in the top division. And yeah, Georgie Hadji wants us to keep building. Actually, there was a meeting, wasn't there, to make things better, and I just kind of like went, whatever, George, let's not bother. Yeah, they want a meeting in order to discuss potentially expanding the available wage budget for coaches. Oh yeah, whatever, that's fine. Do that. Get us some new coaches in. All 3 seasons with Farul. These 3 seasons in Romania have all been with Farul, yes. The 4 seasons before that, David in on the follow, appreciate it, my friend, very kind. The 4 seasons before that were with HIFK in Finland, where we weren't even getting paid a single penny. Nicola Popescu, Farul, Constanta, yes, that's right, that's exactly where we are. Up the Constanta. I'm going to work out what we do with the big egg, by the way. He's out of contract. I feel like we should renew his contract, but I don't know. I feel like not renewing it is probably more of a problem. It's going to cause us bigger issues. But 33, as I say, I had these cries. I did a cry, right? And it's what it was. Everything just hit. Everything hit, right? In fact, you know what? Right. Let's give you the full story, right? As to what's happened. Okay. David, how's Sepsky doing? They're my local team, and they've just got relegated in real life. They are just behind us, Sepsky. I think it was. I'm sure that they finished just behind us last year. Where is it? Oh no, they finished above us. I've got no idea. I've got no idea. We were ahead of them. We were below them. I don't know. When it comes to the end table, European playoffs here, we finished 3rd somehow. We should try and sign Yanis Hadji. I can't imagine we'll be able to do that. He's probably going to still want to be playing, he's probably still in mainland Europe. He was at Rangers, 31 years old. He's not coming. He's not going to come. Do you know what I mean? It's not how we build the club around here. We get young players in. Yeah. Right. Here's the full. Right. Should we do the full story then as to why everything's all a bit weird? Right. Let's try and do these contracts first, and then we'll do story time. And I'll bare my soul a little bit. Okay. You seem like nice people. You probably deserve to know exactly where we're at. Musterman's in. Hello, my friend. Hello. Welcome. Musterman, a man who is beautiful, both in terms of his spirit, his heart, his head. Sensitive lover. Very, very passionate embrace. He's not been well. I don't like that as well. I like to see these getting better. So that's good. So yes, no, hope you're well, buddy. It's nice to see you back in. We've had a request, by the way, Musterman, to go data driven, and it came off a comment off the back of our recent podcast episode, which of course caused a bit of a stir. What's that, TJ? You upsetting people? Yeah, that'll be it. How long have I been playing FM for? Asked David. I've been playing it since day one, to be honest. So since the game came out, Championship Manager, yeah, I've been playing the whole thing. So 30 years. Not that I'm any good at it, mind, but I've played the whole time. That's Pepsi, not Sepsi. Yeah, we have to apologise for that, don't we? Is Sepsi okay? Yeah. Don't get those mixed up with sepsis, of course. No, you want to do this. Last time we went data driven, the club ended up in transfer embargo. That is true. I forgot to mention that, didn't I? So we should probably let people know exactly what's happening, shouldn't we? Someone said something on the internet and got an aggressive response. I'm shocked. I know, Adam. I know. And you know what? It turns out that they've responded to something that I said. And they responded without really thinking it through as well. Jake Keenan, appreciate the follow. That's very, very kind. Thank you, my friend. Right. Should we do story time then? Should we do story time as to why everything was all a bit weird this weekend? So Jason says, I prefer Tony finding the new Florin Prunier. He was short but had reflexes like Spider-Man. There's more chance of me trying to find what's he called? Costin Pantilimon, 6'8", Romanian goalkeeper. I think I'll go and do that instead. Have I ever tried the Welsh Leagues? Asked Atheron. Yes, I have. Love the Welsh Leagues. Had a great time there. Oh no, Adriano Pace is going to leave. £8 million minimum fee. Prunier gets trolled on YouTube these days. Oh really? Oh dear. That's not good. Your brother's in the Welsh League. Oh, awesome. Well, congratulations for your brother in FM24. That's superb. Who's he play for? What game is this? I swear, Lion. This is Football Manager 24, my friend. Just trying to do our journeyman save. So we go around the world, around Europe. We don't really know where we're going to end up. We don't really have much of a plan. We will see what happens, to be honest. So here's the whole plan, right? Editor, what's this podcast? A podcast to edit? Yep, yeah, that's the one. We've got Harry Robinson's episode to sort out this week, haven't we? So that's going to be out on Thursday. I'm not here this week, so someone else is going to have to make sure it gets uploaded. I'm sure it will. It'll absolutely get loaded on time. Is it available on the Mac? Yes, it will be available on the Mac, Paul. You can get it via Steam. Get Jason Papio. Who's Jason Papio? We're in 2029, so is that going to be a thing? I don't think that's a thing, to be honest. I'm not sure. Is that a player we're interested in? Probably not, I don't think. Since you've been playing FM since the beginning, how many Champions League titles have you won all this time? Not that many, to be honest. Like, everyone who's watched me for a while probably would say that's not a shock, TJ. Yeah, not loads. Like, I don't know. More back in the Championship Manager days. A lot more back in the Championship Manager days. Less so in the Football Manager days. I think TJ would struggle to win the Champions League with PSG. Yeah, I'd probably finish mid-table with Liverpool or something. Be like, oh well, I did my best. Alex Rotario is in there on the follow. Thank you, Alex. Very, very kind indeed. It's a central midfielder, a good one in FIFA. I mean, that's not going to help us, is it, if he's good in FIFA? But also, as well, he's not going to dislodge my current central midfielders, who are... where's Biscagno? There he is. There's Biscagno. And Pakaruru, who's another one of my Romanian lads. What do we do with the big egg, by the way? Like, he's 31. He's on a lot of money, 7.5 grand. I mean, he's been scoring goals, but not last season. Not last season. He's starting to pick up niggly injuries. But he's part of that. Look at that deadly four. Although Adriano Pace is probably leaving, so it'll be an interesting two. You know. But anyway, I was telling you. Alaru, central midfield, or Popescu, CDM. I mean, these are all well and good. Damashkan played in Sepsi. Yes, we bought him, actually. We bought him, didn't we? Who's these lads you're shouting out here? Alaru. Who's Alaru? Are these, like, players that are still in... I mean, 32. Yeah, our expectation is to buy young players, so they're probably going to be too old now. You know? Who's that? Mihai Popescu. Jake Hall. Appreciate Jake. Very kind indeed. Mihai's probably already gone, isn't he? Free agent. Oh, free agent 22. I mean, he doesn't look very good. He doesn't look very good. I mean, these just seem like we were just picking players out of out of thin air here, innit? You know what I mean? 27-year-old winger, decent first touch by the looks of it. Off the ball's not amazing. Could be fairly quick. I'll tell you what, let's scout him. He might be all right. We don't know. We'll see. Name Popescu scout. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I'm in new gen territory. Exactly, Carl. Exactly. You know, this is the thing. I'm trying to be polite, but it's I'm aware of where we are. Absolutely. Lulu, how do you do it? I just find it hard to even open Football Manager anymore. I'm starting to think I need a manager to manage my inability to manage a football team. So to be fair, Lulu, right, part of the reason that I'm playing Football Manager is because I have a podcast about Football Manager, and that is really tricky to do when you don't have any Football Manager to talk about. So that's quite tough. So I've basically tried to keep going to have something to talk about. Plus, if I open up Football Manager, people like FM Llama show up, who is an absolute legend, so we make sure that we shout him out, and so you all need to give Llama a follow, and of course Musterman and Murph as well. If you're struggling to play it yourself, go and find something else. Find a new game. Go and do a new game and come back and have fun with it eventually. Yeah. I've been playing some new games offline and online as well, and had a great time with those. That made me feel so much better, because then we just weren't really focusing just on Football Manager. So yeah, it's been fun. Go and play more things. Mr. Cellophane's in. See, people like Mr. Cellophane know exactly what's happening. Do you know what I mean? Go and play something else. Yes, Mr. Cellophane. Pleasure to see you, my friend. Welcome in. But how are we? How's life, Mr. Llama? Are we well? Mr. Cellophane, hope you're good too. Paid for Game Pass during today's stream, ready to lose the Champions League final. And somehow I actually won, and I've got Game Pass now as well. See, perfect. That's what we're going to do. Create some element of drama that, inspires other things. I've started playing Minecraft with Murph. I started playing Pro Wrestling Simulator. I started playing... we did Memoria Polis. That was quite good. We've done... what else have we done? We've done TCG Card Shop Simulator. Loads of different things. I noticed a few streams ago Tony facing a Romanian player named Muntoiu. Wondering if he was related to the 1998 Romanian international Florin Muntoiu. I would imagine it would have to be. Surely. There's no way that there'd be two players with the same name. Yeah, there might be actually. It's quite likely. Stuart in on the follow. Thank you, Stuart. Very kind indeed. Nice to see you. And Luca Giuliano. Nice to see you. Appreciate the follow as well. Mrs. J still won't play Disney Dreamlight though. One day, Mrs. J. One day. One day I'll play Disney Dreamlight. Don't you worry about that. Why my hometown team? I mean, well, the answer to that question is simple. George Hadji saw something in me and said, "Look, this is the guy." I said to him, "I think you've got the wrong guy," but he was convinced. He was like, "No, you're definitely the guy." So yes, here we are. Disney Dreamlight is a cracking game, to be fair. That is true. Llama, not shabby. A couple of weeks worth of work left for a nice summer break. You need the break. You need the break, Llama. Hope it comes quickly. That's what she said. Yes, I am not a pleb. Welcome. How are we? Hope you're good. Hope life is treating you well. Have a look at players who've got potential in real life. So usually what happens when we're on Twitch, we have a lookup channel redeem. So there's like you tend to have like a few 100 channel points or whatever. I'll do this one now, right? Who's Omar El Sawi, right? I mean, look, we're in 2029, right? And there's a potential that these players probably either have been and gone or are somewhere else now. I don't really know who they are. We can try this person in. See who they are. 26 years old. I think he's a little bit old for us, actually. He had a bad season this year, but lack of sponsorship was hard to manage. For the player, the sponsorship for the player, or sponsorship for the club. Colber in on the follow. Appreciate that, Colber. Very, very kind indeed. Nice to see you. Is this the same save where you were in Finland and Romania? It is. It is, Lama. Believe it or not, I'm still the same save. I haven't moved on a lot because obviously we've been sort of like trying to bounce around with other stuff. Xanders is in on the follow as well. Thank you very much. George is here. Nice to see you. And of course, Pleb is back as well. Yeah, no, it's good. We're doing all right. We've had second division success in Romania. Then first year into Division 1, we've gone into the Europa Conference. So we've got to play Trabzonspor coming up soon on the 12th. So if we win that, then that's the first qualifying round. We've got 4 qualifying rounds to do before we get into YouTube, into the into the European tournament. Madness, innit? Xanders, I'm KMS Flooring from TikTok. Yes, the finest flooring company known to man and all ladies. Hope you're well, buddy. Nice to see you. Checked out of FM for a month or so, just playing catch up. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry, Llama. I completely understand. We've all been there. We've all been there. As I say, it's one of those things where because we've been playing other stuff as well, it's sort of like been not making a lot of progress here, but enough to get by. Enough to get by. I was gonna do story time. I was gonna do story time as to where we are. Mad Scientist is in. Welcome. Everyone's coming in tonight to have a lovely catch up, which is lovely. Mad Scientist is there. How are you, Mads? Hope you're good. Pleasure. If you haven't seen the Mad Scientist, by the way, the man who makes the maddest, craziest, bestest databases in existence. So do go and check them out. And I believe there's a new one coming very, very soon. And I did get your DM, Mad, but obviously I've been a little bit busy this weekend. So I will reply to you. So thank you very much for that. Indeed. Hope 26 becomes a belter of a game when it's released, says Jason Heaps. I'm sure it will do. I'm sure it will. And if it's not, then fine. 27 will be fine, or 28 will be fine. There's loads of other games. Loads of games. If it comes out and it's brilliant, awesome. If not, not a problem. Nero Trexo in on the follow. Thank you, Nero. Xanders, all good. Were you at the game yesterday? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Jason Heaps dropping in. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that. Yeah, we went to Wembley yesterday, and that was good. It was fine. It was fine. It's not too shabby. It's decent enough, innit? Do a little bit of playoff wins. As I was saying earlier, we had to win this year because Birmingham City and Wrexham have come up, and if we didn't win, we wouldn't get promoted next year. Absolute buzz. Yeah. Like just the most insane. I thought Coventry was ridiculous for reaction. For the manner of everything and like for the feeling and the vibe and like the last second, it was just insane. But then to do that at Wembley, I've already said earlier on the stream, I hadn't even realised it was like 95 minutes. I don't know what had happened. Like I think I lost about 20 minutes of the game, like the game time. Like I didn't know where we were or what we were or wherever. Just watching, just going, this is fine. It's going to be all right. Not a trouble. Not a trouble. It's going to be okay. And then we scored and the whole place just went delirious. Yeah. You can't make that up. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm really sorry, right? For anyone who follows like a big elite level team, okay? I don't, and if you're not from there or you don't go to the games or whatever, I don't understand why you would. Like, I just don't get it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't get that reaction. You're not going to get that reaction just start watching it on the telly. You're not at all. It's just not happening. MCG, congratulations. Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, hell of a finish again. To the end. Just to always go the end. Always go the end. Play to the whistle. Markan, me and my friend have got an online career with random teams in the Premier League. I got Brentford, he got Crystal Palace. I think he got the better option, to be honest, mate. Zoltan Botos, you've got 2 Hungarian players. Have I? It's a big shout to me if I've not realised that myself. Who have I got that's Bulgarian? Antal's Romanian. Let me find that out. Who have I got? DM, Swansea are going for a playoff push next season. There we go, DM. That's what we're after. Boab's in on the follow, as is Marcan. Lucio, Giuliano, what about buying or loaning Hadji? Look, he's not coming. Like, I'm not getting Ianis Hadji. He plays for Rangers. They're not going to sell him. Sign Naipan. Oh, God. Yeah. Sign Christian Pulisic. Why have you not bought Lamine Yamal yet? Oh, I know, because we're in Romania. That's why. Yeah. That's why. Let's go. Hungarian goalkeeper. Tibor Sus. Romanian. Tibor Sus, Tibor Antal. They have Hungarian names. Maybe not Hungarians. Yeah. Tibor Sus, Romanian. New gen. He's 100% Romanian. Oh, no, he can speak Hungarian. Maybe there's that. I have let the chat down by not signing Pulisic. That's true. I need to sign Pulisic, and I need to sign Yamal, and now Naipan. Where am I going to fit Naipan in? Shall I get Cristiano Ronaldo's son as well? There's another Romanian there. Touted as the next Gica Popescu. Look at that. It's beautiful. He's one of ours, and he's now the next one of ours. What do I need? Well, I need a striker is what I need. Because unfortunately, Adriano Pace is probably not going to stay. Has there been an update on Gostepe? Yes, there has. They turned us down, believe it or not, Carl. Can you believe it? They turned us down, as did Craiova and Cluj. Not bothered at those two. But the Gostepe decided against it. They've given it to Yeko Kol or something. I have no idea who he is. Never even heard of him. Whereas Popescu's real son of the save, I've got no idea. What year are we in? 2029 is where we are. We are 6 seasons in, 6 years in, 7 years in. I don't know. I think I've lost track of the years as well. I've got it down as season 8, but it might be season 7. Jim De Beer tried the Dutch league after this season. Pretty good setup, step up. I mean, look, we'll go wherever we go. Do you know what I mean? We've got a little bit of business to do in Romania. We will stay for a bit, Carl. Yes, we've obviously got to try and do Europe if we can do. We'll go from there. But yeah, let's keep seeing what happens. Maybe this will be the, as with everything we say all the time, don't it? Maybe this is the last year in Romania. Maybe it's not. We'll see. We'll see. What's the biggest achievement in this save? In this save, the biggest achievement I've got is winning a trophy. That's the biggest achievement I've got. You know, I've not been sacked yet. That's the biggest achievement. Good to see Jordan Henderson here this weekend. It's like he wants to come back to England. Current international Jordan Henderson, that is. Jebbaru's right, you know, he does. He maybe wants to come back and play in England, given the fact that he is an international footballer. I don't know where he'll go, though. Because he doesn't fit the model. He doesn't fit the model. You know, had he not gone to Saudi, of course, then we'd have taken him. And I'd have taken him as being one of those ones to come in and you know, work with the reserves and stuff, and you know, return to Sunderland on the cards for Henderson. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think the plan is obviously just bring young players in and sell them off. So I don't think Henderson will come in. I think a couple of years ago, have we not signed Hendrick yet? Exactly, Jason. That's where we are. Yeah, sign Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, these are the leagues we got: Australia, Bulgaria, Canada, Croatia, Czech, Egypt, Finland, Iceland, Indonesia, Japan, Norway, Poland, Romania, Serbia, South Korea, Sweden, Turkey, United States of America. So that's they're my players. Your director of football's name is Zoltan. We love this save already. Yes, Zoltan. Now we're talking. Anyone know of a good cheap laptop or PC to run Football Manager? Under 200 quid. Your mobile phone? No idea. How's your PC still running at 5 stars? What have I got? Well, I've got a decent enough PC. All the thingy bobs are on what are the it's somewhere on the description on Twitch. That'll tell you what the specs are for the PC. It's a couple of years old actually, so it should be starting to slow down a little bit now. What attribute do I look for if you want to play with a high press? Anticipation. Anticipation is a good one. How many players are in my database? How many players in my database? 111,000. So not that many. It's not that many at all, really, to be honest. Yeah, but for a 200 quid, yeah. Yeah, you're getting like a notepad, I reckon. What do we want? We want a striker is what we need. Jason Brown in on the follow. Thank you, Jason. Anti-capitation gives you birthday gifts. Is it only that or more because I'm new to FM? Oh, I mean, there'll be a lot more than that. There'll be a lot more than that than just anticipation. Like, what you need is a lot more information. So if you're going to be doing a high press, who are you managing? What sort of players have you got around you? What sort of player are you lacking? What do you mean by a high press as well? Because if you just mean intense pressing and, closing down lots, then that's going to be different to, like the Jurgen Klopp 4-2-3-1 Gegenpress default plug-in tactic. Zozo Bristol is in from TikTok over onto Twitch. Appreciate you, Zozo. Nice to see you, my friend. Hit that follow over here as well while you're in. Ben GTFC as well. Appreciate the follow. Where are we? Isle. What's the club? Farul Constanta. Isle. That's where we are. Some big ballers now with loads of people in their database. Awesome. What's that? 500,000 players in their database. That's nice, isn't it? I mean, I can't be asked searching through all these. Never mind 500,000. Especially when it comes to new gens, I'm just they're just names, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Like, are we gonna find? Am I gonna literally sit and search 500,000 players? Nah, not at all. It's not for me. Under £200, £200 PC, what would that look like? It would look like a car without wheels. Yeah, pretty much. It would just be a notepad, like a literal notepad. An actual notepad. Pen and paper for 200 quid. Let's have a look at the squad. What have we got? What do we want to change? Because are we going to change the formation as well next year is a question. Do I stick with this box or do I try and get some wider players? I mean, the box has been working, so don't potentially break it up just yet. I don't want to just smash everything out straight away, do we? Adrian Gladstone in on the follow. Appreciate you, Adrian. Nice to see you. I've called you Adrian. I quite like that. Adrian. Zozo Bristol's in on the follow as well there on TikTok. Greedy Gonzalez. Love the stand-up you did a few years ago. Thank you very much, Greedy. Much appreciated. That was a few years ago, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we talked about bringing that back. There's been lots of talk about that. Lots and lots and lots of talk about that. Very little action on actually doing it, I must say. Very little action, but there's been a few conversations. People have threatened me on air going, you should do it. So maybe we'll see. How's this work? Negative defending. What do you mean? How's what work? How's negative defending work? Who's negative defending? Jack on the follow. Appreciate that, my friend. This tactic, well, cautious isn't negative. Cautious is you wait for your opportunity and you pick your pass and you move the ball when you need to. it is an attacking formation because it pushes into areas that force the opposition to try and cover. There's not a lot of movement here, so I've got my anchor who sort of sits there, and then my defender who can maybe move the ball up to our movable midfielder here. My player gets up and about to provide some width, because we haven't got any width really. And then up front, it's just usually there's a big man here, this big lad. He does the knockdowns. Movement comes from the attacking midfielder, and then this guy scores all the goals. And this guy's our sort of like, well, decoy really. You know, we'll just see how do we get good chemistry? Well, by winning games, really. The more you play it, the more successful you become. The more sort of chemistry you get. Not rotating the side lots as well. Is pace fast? Pace is fast enough for this league, to be honest. This wing back here has got a lot of pace, so he gets up and about really, really quickly. And Kellick maybe less so. He's on what, 13? So yeah, not too great. RZV in on the follow. Appreciate that. But yeah, it's relative as well to the league we're playing in. So we're in Romania, so we don't need to have like people with pace of 20. Whereas Diallo's got pace of 18, so he just blows everyone out the water. You know, how many stand-ups did you end up doing? Well, so I did 15 years worth of stand-up, and then the tour itself, the FM show stand-up. So Football Manager Ruined My Life toured for about a year in total, and then we did 2 Edinburgh Fringe runs. So there was plenty of the. Plenty of shows for that one. Peter Godfrey, appreciate the follow, very kind. Vilmarker, welcome in. What FM did I start on? Start on Championship Manager. Actually, I started on Football Manager with Kevin Toms back on the Commodore 64. The Spectrum, that's where I started. Check Borza, he's got good potential. Where's he? Who's Borza? I mean, if this is going to be another one of these, like buy Yamin Lamal. 9 million quid? 9 million pounds? He was one of ours, actually. He's originally from us. He's just gone, and he's sold there. 2.5 million quid. Been and gone. Never going to come back. New FM24. I'm intrigued by cautious on a very attacking tactic. Everything can work when you think about it. Trying to apply some element of logic to it. See if that works. That's what we've done. Alexandra in on the follow. Appreciate that, my friend. Murph, yes, we will have a call. We'll have a call, Murph. Absolutely. We'll see how I'm feeling about it all. Obviously, there's lots and lots of things that need to be slotted into place in order to make that happen. So we will see. We will see. Adriano Pace has left. Oh, he came in as a player we didn't know about. All we knew was he was 6'5" and Brazilian. He leaves having scored 25 goals in 41 matches. Yeah, that could be it. You should install a face pack. It's a game changer. It's not though, is it? Really? Because it doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't do anything. Like, it makes him look different, but everything else in the game is the same. So it doesn't change the game. It changes his face. You know, in the same way that if maybe if I didn't have these logos in, I wouldn't know which team I'm in. But it's not really a game changer, is it? What year am I in? 2029. 2029 over here. Just realised you can't see that on TikTok, yeah. If you want to see the full screen, twitch.tv/Tony Jameson FM. That's where you can see everything. On the game, by the way. You can see everything on the game. I have trousers on TikTok and on Twitch. Yeah. Not on OnlyFans. Pants off there. Check Toma, he plays. Right, yeah, right. We have Toma, or at least I thought we did. Maybe I've sold him. See? Already got him. Already got him. Already got him. FRNK, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Thank you for that. When's the next one of this coming out? No idea. No idea, James. No idea. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Only fans to see everything. Absolutely everything. Llama's in on the resub. There you go. Just the mere thought of Tony fans. Llama was like, well, I can't potentially miss this out. let's hit it. Get it done. Yeah. Llama wants those cold plunge streams. Colbert, is this a hot tub stream? Yeah, it is. Oh, it's not really. It's more like I've got me feet in a foot spa. Got to get me an ankle shot at least. Oh, £3 Patreon, sir. I think so. Tobias and Gasso in on the follows. Very kind. Thank you. Evening, Livy. How are we? What's that? We've got 50% of our live goal completed. Wow, that's live goal achieved apparently on TikTok. Thank you for TikTok. Whatever the live goal is, we've achieved it. In terms of actual goals and stream goals, not at all. We haven't achieved that because I don't know what those goals are ourselves. Is FM26 cancelled? No, I don't think so. FM25 was. That was cancelled. I don't really feel it starting the game 2 seasons ago. Then don't. I think that's probably the easiest thing to do. If you don't feel it, I wouldn't do it then. Do you know what I mean? I'd just play something else, or download like a new database where it's a bit more up to date. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it, innit? Yeah, and if you're gonna wait, then yeah, definitely wait. There's loads of other games out, loads of great games you can play. It's not like there's only one game, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, and if there is only one game in the world ever, then yeah, that is concerning. Forget Tony fans. I want only Tonys. The site for Tonys, just Tonys. I mean, that would be me and Tony the Tiger from the Frosties advert. So that would be good. I'd pay for that. There's only one proper football simulation game, though. I mean, there is. It's called FIFA. There's one football manager simulation, which is this one. But you know what? No, that's not true. There's loads. There's loads of simulations, and it's all dependent upon what you want from the game. You know. Mauran, welcome in. Is that Lewis Semedo from Sunderland? Yes, it is. Hello, Lewis Semedo. You could maybe become my striker. Oh, you would be interesting. Massive itchy nose as well. Too much bloody dust up in this joint. Just bought the game, so here it goes. Yes, Nasha, you have it. Have a go on it. Tony Danza can be in there. Tony Cotti, Tony Dorito, Tony Dorito would be great. Tony the Tiger is great. Great. That was his catchphrase. I haven't played FIFA in 20 years. You know what? I don't know how many years I've played it in as well. It's probably about the same. Finn Azaz. Is that the lad from Villa? Villa, Middlesbrough. 29 years old. That's probably a little bit old for us, isn't it, really? Silence is good. They'll be working hard. Don't worry. There you go. See, now, Liv, that sounds a little bit too much like a thought-out response. Don't go thinking about this thing properly. People want anger. No news is good news. Potentially. You never know. Chorizo in on the follow. KCM's there as well. Appreciate you, KCM. Thank you for the follow. Very kind. I used to work in the gaming industry. See, it's the thing. You know how it works. The thing is, everyone else knows how it works as well. You know, but they're just not prepared. Yeah. Yeah. Silence is great unless it's bested. Yeah. My Hatter Madeline in on the follow. Thank you very much for that. Oh, look, you know what, right? Let's stop talking about FM25 not being here and FM26 isn't here yet. We don't know. It doesn't. Look, whatever happens, happens, right? There will either be a game or there won't. And it's fine. It'll be fine. And if it's not fine, then it's not fine. You know, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? Right, everyone in the chat, mention what the absolute worst thing is going to be if FM26 doesn't come out. What is the worst thing that could happen? Galandro in on the follow. Thank you very much. As is my Hatter, as I say there. Right, yeah, hit me in the chat. Give me the worst possible thing that could happen if there's no Football Manager 26. You might have to play FIFA. SI go bust. The worst thing, we have to read social media reactions. That's the one. That's it right there. There will be riots. There won't be riots. Mean Wolf. There will not be riots. There was not riots in the street when the poll tax was introduced. You know what I mean? Like, energy prices have gone through the roof. Like, you know, there wasn't riots then. Like, there's not going to be riots for football. Like, I can't imagine turning on the news, right? I got breaking news tonight. The major story is that Football Manager 26 hasn't been announced. Therefore, that explains the civil unrest on all of our streets. Residents are advised to lock their doors and do not approach anybody who appears to be under the age of 30 who's armed with a keyboard. A computer keyboard, by the way, not a keytar. Also, don't approach anybody with a keytar. Creepy fuckers. They're little more than magicians at that point. Yeah. David Ventners has more time to talk to himself on Twitter. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Galandro in on the follow there. Who else we got? Louis Peppers on the follow. Thank you for that, Louis. Someone reboots LMA Manager instead. Yeah, that could work. So yes, so this is the absolutely worst thing. There might be no 27 or 28. That's a pretty bad outcome. It's pretty bad, but it's not the absolute worst thing, is it? Really, the Lulu boost. Like, in the grand scheme of things, if there might not be another FM, that's not. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay. You know all this talk about, like, you know, Putin and his nuclear war, right? I think that's worse than there not being a new FM this year. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, am I thinking this like too literally here? You know, the thumbnails are going to be bad. They are going to be really, really bad. You all right with that? Unless he's only holding back because he wants to play FM. Do you reckon that's it? Do you reckon Putin's trying to finish his Pentagon? He's just sitting there going, you know what, right? I can hold it. I can hold this. I've not pressed the button. But all right, you know what? Nah, right. You know what? If I have to do another road to glory, it's going. Miles, I haven't gone to the save, right? Just do it. Get rid. What a pullback that would be. Do you know what I mean? This is for the Evil Sports Interactive who took Russia out of the game. I can't even manage my own national team to European glory. This is for them. The worst thing that could happen is the FM pod show ending. Also, some streams have come to grow and love giving up. Right, well, okay, the podcast could potentially end. That might happen. We'd run out of stories, but we bring out a new podcast. I'm sure I could find another podcast to talk about. And any actual content creator should be able to pivot off to a new game. Do you know what I mean? If they're worth their salt, they should be able to pivot off to a new game. They wouldn't. They shouldn't just disappear because it's like, oh, I can only do Football Manager and that's it. If that's your thing, then I think that says a little bit more about yourself than the creator part. Like, yeah, you should be able to be good enough to adapt, in my opinion. Does that seem unfair? I feel like that's probably a fair thing to say. I mean, I feel like it because obviously I've said it myself. Bring back the nostalgic cartoon podcast. Oh, yeah, I'd probably do that. I'd probably just do that. Or, you know, God, I'd have to return to stand up. Oh dear. Let's actually, you know what? Let's think about this. Yeah, maybe we do need a new game. I've not played another video game since International Track and Field. FM is the only game I'm into. Llama. I would watch International Track and Field on stream. I'd be into that. That would be class. That's Tony going to get the episode removed from YouTube by mentioning Putin trying to finish the Pentagon. It's a good point, actually. Not thought about that. Oh, the views have started to drop onto it on TikTok. Oh, wonder why. Musterman says, "I feel sad for a couple of days." See there, that's it. Like, yeah, you'd feel sad for a couple of days. Try Iwasaki. He's the goat of your save. Who's Iwasaki? I mean, let's think. Yuto Iwasaki, Keiho Iwasaki. I mean, if he plays for AEK, we ain't getting him. That's for certain. I could run the 100 meters in 7 seconds if I was allowed to use a biro lid. Now the Premier to smash the buttons. Oh yeah, biro lid. A battery was quite good as well, to be honest. You could do that. Lots of there were a lot of content creators that only play FM, and you can see they base their thing on the new game coming out because they do the same story repeated every year. Says Tio. Yeah, it's fair. It's fair, but then they should be able to do something else. I'd imagine if that's what they wanted to do, and they were going to be, and they wanted to be creators. They could do something different. Nath, appreciate the follow, very kind. Thank you for that. Like, you know, I would obviously do some other stuff. Would it be as successful? I don't know. Would my audience follow? I don't know. I guess there's always that. You know, I've tried doing stuff on, like, you know, the actual YouTube channel. It's like it has to be FM and FM only, and then everyone gets really angry when you don't do FM stuff. And it's like, but it's not about FM, so I don't really think I can understand what you're talking about. So there's a lot of that. So I understand why some creators probably wouldn't want to even attempt to like do something different. But for me, I'd be like, yeah, let's go do something different. This could be fun. But I think that's more of a me thing, to be honest. Is this Assassin's Creed? it's exactly what it is here. Yeah, it's 100%. Yeah, we're playing Assassin's Creed. Do I feel conflicted now the Premier League is a reality? 100%, Tristan. 100%. I had a brilliant day yesterday. It was awesome. Loved it. I did a cry. I've had a very draining day today as well. I felt very, very sort of drained. I was going to tell you that the reason why I did a cry about an hour ago, actually, to be honest. It's been a while. I've been sidetracked a little bit. I loved how much you loved it. Honestly, mate, it was superb. What you haven't seen, none of you have seen this, and I need to work out a way of how I do. How do I get you to see this? I don't know. We might have to see of doing like a media fire link or something. But before the match started, they played whatever the most recent song is in the charts that is essentially Gangsta's Paradise, and me and Rich were just like, this is a sign. This is a sign. They were playing Gangsta's Paradise, and we were like, yeah, we're gonna win today. Was Denise there? She was working VAR. she disallowed the second goal. Evening Custy, how are you, buddy? Do we have a series on YouTube as well? Well, this is on YouTube, so I don't edit the stream down. I haven't got time for 2 saves, I'm afraid. I've tried it, and every year I keep going, I'll do it, and I never do it. So yeah, no, there's just this one, I'm afraid. I appreciate the follow though, and yeah, do check out YouTube as well. We've got a gaming channel as well where we do like other games. So check that channel out. But yeah, Coolio with the 94th minute goal. It was bizarre. Like, literally, I was listening to it, I was just like, that's gangster's paradise. So there's a video of me and Rich laughing our backs off at that. But yeah, no, it was great. It was really, really good. And yes, 100% conflicted as to what we do now, because I hate the idea that we're in the Premier League. It's rubbish. But I did price up season tickets today for me and the kids, because my justification was, well, that's the only way Eldest Jameson is going to get to see Liverpool, because I'm not taking him to Liverpool. That's for certain. So yeah, it's been a weird one. It's been a weird one. I do stream, it's a little bit different. That is true. I've only been back a few hours. I came back last night, Richie, and like it felt the longest drive in the world. The longest drive. We didn't go down on Friday. Buzzing for the derby days. I'm not. I hate them. I hate the derby days. They're awful. The worst things in the world. They're grim. Because it just makes me feel anger. And I am going to say the word hate. It definitely does. All those feelings are just like absolute rage are there. And I'm like, I'm a 45-year-old man, I don't need this. Am I afraid I'll punch a horse? Or you've never seen a Mackem punch a horse? See, that's very much a Geordie thing. You know. Yeah. What I tend to do is I tend to punch a rhino. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Where's that list again of animals that I'll kick the shit out of? Yeah. See this whole 100 men versus a gorilla thing. It's that, innit? Any type of cat. Oh yeah, I give it the full Barrymore treatment. Peter have confiscated the list. Probably for the best, isn't it, really? Never seen a Geordie fuck a cat. There was that one though that fucked a pigeon. Remember? That was the thing. We definitely know of a Geordie that fucked a pigeon. And look, and I do have to say this is a legal disclaimer as well. I'm aware he's from Washington, but he was definitely a Newcastle fan, right? He was definitely a Newcastle fan. That was proved. So technically he's one of my lot, but he's also one of theirs. Alexander Alks in on the follow. Appreciate that, my friend. Is that how bird flu spread in the northeast? Yeah. Apparently they'd taken his chips. So I'll show you. Yeah, fucked a pigeon. Do you know what? I'm just gonna leave that there and like let you go. Somebody will be sitting there going, "Is he?" I mean, he says a lot of things that aren't necessarily true, but he said that with a lot of conviction. like that might be true. It is. You can Google it. You might have to be a little bit more like selective with how you Google it, because I don't think you can write "dude bloke fucked a pigeon northeast." I think you maybe have to say assault maybe. Like, look, it's up to you how you Google it. Rugio says don't, right? Rugio says don't, so Rugio's probably right, but it is a thing, and it was a Newcastle fan. Quick question, says Chris. Mrs. and I were discussing this earlier. We all know that magicians are officially nonces. True. Would you say mediums and psychics fall in that category as well? Oh, do you know what? Yeah, probably. I'd still, like, I think mediums more. Mediums, I would say yes, right? They're the ones that, like, they give you all like, oh, have you lost someone recently? And they're the ones that are just guessing, like they're feeling out the room. Oh, has someone either died or not died recently? Have you ever had a grandparent before? That sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, doing that. Like, I'm getting T. I'm getting F. Stop me when you hear a letter that really resonates with you, and then I'll start making up some other nonsense. Like, your gran just wants to say she's all right. You know, those sorts of, like, that, they're nonsense, right? They are. Psychics. I'm on the fence with this one. Because, and it's maybe this is where we need to really get into the in amongst the weeds. Is that one the psychic? Is it the ones that do the shows? Are they the psychics? Right. So the mediums are the ones that sit. Which ones are the ones where you go to their place and then they talk to you and they give you like the readings and stuff? Psychics are all snake oil vendors. Yeah, both of them do shows. Have you stubbed your toe in the last 30 years? That sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, that's insurance, really. The ones who do shows are scam artists. Yeah. They're the nonsense. Like, but which ones are the ones where, like, you go to them and then they give you like a more, maybe it's slightly more tarot in it. Like, you get into the tarot card reading, and some of them probably aren't nonsense because I guess they've got special powers. Our mediums nonsense. Our medium psychics. Watching this while playing FM24, managing Kilmarnock. I mean, that right there. That sums it up. That sums up exactly what's happening. Both groups are, to be fair. I know a medium and they hated their constant nightmares and freaking out constantly. I mean, you'd get another job, wouldn't you? Really? Don't take your work home with you. That's what some people say. Yeah. What I do is I just clock off. I just can't. I'm like, you know what? You're not paying me enough to care about this job after 5 o'clock. So no, you can piss off with your extra spirits at like 10:30. Nah, not doing it. Unless you give me more money. Like, I need a raise if you expect me to be having nightmares. Do you know what I mean? They have no choice. They don't advertise it. They don't want it. I mean, I don't necessarily know. Right? You don't just become a psychic. It's like, you know, like people who have superpowers. You know, you're not just born with superpowers, are you? Yeah. I mean, well, technically, I mean, I was born with a sense of humour. Some would argue that now, but I'm talking to the person you know about. I mean, look, what they did was that what they've done is very, very good. They've managed to monetize their gift and then forward into the job that suits their skill set. But then, of course, they went, I don't want to work all the hours. So I don't really know what to do at that point. I'd maybe have a holiday. Just have a think about it. You know? Evening Root, welcome in. They haven't the one that they work, the one that you know works in retail. Well, there you go. You know, at least there's something else to talk about. There's something to take their mind off it. Yeah. So while they're there doing retail, they can be like, all right, shut up, spirits. I'm going to serve this customer. You know what I mean? Talk to you later. Second job. Chris really, really starting to apologise for bringing this up. I love the fact that it's just like, oh, that's a question. This probably should be fine. Oh, God, no. Oh, it's not. It's not fine. Oh, God, he's ran with it. Yeah. You should know better, Chris. You should know better. Right, I was telling you my story, right? Right. Where are we? You've come in talking about retail. You missed the whole bit about psychics and mediums and being nonsense. So the retail bit probably makes sense, you know? You've been here more than once. Don't throw a grenade. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hello, I'm new round here. What can I say? Just don't. What have I walked into? Sometimes it's fun to pull the pin and see what happens. It is fun. Because it's like, I wonder what you can make from this. And I was like, oh yeah, I will. Don't you worry. I will. Yeah. I've got no filter. I'm not ashamed to go for it. Yeah. And then Rugio just sits there and just goes, no, let's not say that. Now I'm like, it's too late. I've already said it, and now it's you lot are all guilty by association. Yeah, I took the ball and ran with it. Yeah, 100%. And we had another of the Michael Barrymore and Dead Cats person come in again. See, already Terry Crews knows exactly what we're on about. Yeah. You blame the playoff final. Don't go blaming the playoff final. You take the playoff final out of your mouth. The playoff final was wonderful. You've missed it, Dan. We were talking just before you came in. I don't know how we mention it or how we show you, but they played Gangster's Paradise before the game, and me and Rich Owens were like absolutely pissing ourselves. Denise was there. This is how we got talking about psychics and mediums. You know, Denise Van Outen was basically there, and Coolio got us over the line. The better team won. Sunderland deserved it. Well, yeah, probably. In the second half, definitely. Was she there in spirit? Well, she was there in person. He was there in spirit, I reckon. There's a lot of TJ string for people to catch up on. There really is. I feel like I need like some sort of appendices or like there needs to be a sort of. There does have to be like a sort of pinned comment, but the pinned comment is like 8,000 words or something. That's what commands are for. Exclamation context. There is none. There is none. You know, poor TikTok having to try and keep up with this as well. Coolio, secret Sunderland fan. Yeah, he knew all about it. So here's where we're at, right? So what's what we're talking about? So I had I feel like I should probably mention this bit. I've tried to tell this story for the last hour. Luca Barrett looks decent, actually. Is Denise Van Outen a medium and now harassed by Coolio because she killed him? I don't know if she's a medium. I wouldn't like to guess at her size. I'm a gentleman. She's a lady. Don't know. She could be being harassed by the spirit of Coolio, possibly. So yeah. So the reason that I was a bit tearful at the playoff final was because, right. So cast your minds all the way back, right? Cast your minds all the way back to when I was born, right? I was brand new into the world, right? And I was born into this this family that you call them, right? There's me, and then there's a mother, and there's a father, and there's another brother put in the mix as well, right? And then what happened, right, was those parents that apparently are meant to look after you and make your life good and that, they decided to not do that. And then they divorced when I was 11, right? And the male adult in the so there's a male adult and a female adult, right, as part of this family dynamic that they had. The male adult was the one that was a big Sunderland fan, massive Sunderland fan. Was responsible for taking me to all the games and stuff, got me into football, that sort of thing. But we didn't really get on a lot, right? Okay, not really a great relationship at all there. So I sort of thought, well, okay, this is not really brilliant. Very much I was playing second fiddle to football as well, right? So I'm not keen on that. Plus, of course, everything's going on there. Yeah, it's not going to work, right? So that's all fine. The female adult in the relationship also a bit mental. If you ever meet her, you'll understand. So this guy sort of figures, right, I'm going to have to try and work this out on my own here for a little bit. So I was like, right, I'm going to go do something different. So I decided against maybe not following Sunderland, because then there was like sort of this whole like, oh, you know, if you do things that like, you know, that they like, then you're trying to be like them and blah, blah, blah. And it's, couldn't be arsed, right? So partly hence the reason that Villa was the option. I was just like, I'm going to pick my own team for my own little channel. I'm just going to go down there, and that's how I'm going to do my stuff, right? Ignore, I'm not hanging out with you. I'm not hanging out with you. So that was how that's how it was, right? For many years. Not spoken to the male adult for probably about nearly 25 years, probably, nearly-ish, 20 something years. And then obviously with all the sort of like the nonsense with Villa, and then like having kids and stuff, it's and then suddenly getting relegated all the way down to League One. Okay, I started to like fall out of love with all the Premier League stuff, which, as of course you know, I started watching a lot more of the League One Sunderland situation, because I was like, you know what, this is pathetic. Like, this is like literally, I almost felt a bit more like, because they were down in League One, I felt a bit more like, fucking, I should really get behind this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't you take the piss out of where I'm from. Like, so people did laugh, particularly Newcastle fans, laughing at how pathetic they were. And they were pathetic, right? And they deserve to be laughed at. But it was almost a little bit, I've never felt like an element of home pride or connection to the area or whatever like that. It's always been a case that I've kept everything at arm's length. And I almost felt like when people were laughing at it, I was like, you know what? Like, nah, fuck the lot of yous. Like, this, don't you what gives you the right to laugh at this? So I got a bit more defensive about the whole thing, and then I started watching more games, watching the League One games, and then going to a couple of games, and then a couple more games, and then Championship, obviously, and then we had Mowbray, and then, you know, we had Ahmad, and I loved Ahmad. But going back to the games, it just started like, things just started hitting, because you just sort of remember things like that associate with you. You know, wise men say I can't listen to that without having a little blub in my eye every single time I'm there, ready to go, pumps out. I'm giving it big pelts every time that's there, and just it just slowly has gotten its claws back into me. And because I've got the kids now, I'm looking at them trying to explain football to them by saying, look, you know, football's not a telly program. Like, you can't. It's part of the reason I don't want the eldest one to be a Liverpool fan, because I'm not fucking taking him. I'm not taking him to watch Liverpool. No, not at all. Like, I'll take him to watch York because it's there. And again, maybe this is where my head's at. Like, you know, this is like your local side sort of thing. It's where you're from. So I'll take him there. Or I'll take him to Sunderland if he wants to, because that's kind of how you have to indoctrinate your children. But I also feel as though maybe they don't have to have sadness just yet. But yeah, and then of course the whole thing's happened recently, and it's just felt connected again. I don't really know why. I don't know if there is I don't know if there is a thing at any point. Like, do you know what I mean? To it, and I don't know if there is a rationale beyond any of that. But the final whistle yesterday, just it all kind of like hit in, like everything that I've been through with the club and the connection, and you know, that sort of like association, because even like the female adult in my family is still like, oh, how come you've gone back to Sunderland then, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, oh, fuck off. Shut up. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it's just been weird. It was just properly weird, just like getting to the end of that and just being like, yeah, all right, I'm in a room, I'm in like a stadium, a big stadium full of a lot of people that like are like me and get it, and they understand the city and the lifestyle and the people and the culture and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, this is it. I guess you this is how you understand football. It's that feeling in it, like. And I don't think I got it with Villa. I got it, but I don't think I got it to that level with Sunderland, because it was inherent. Like, you know, there's like a DNA there. It's not, you know, Villa was great. I could go there and We were there when they relegated Newcastle. It was brilliant. Loved it. But I always said I could never watch the Villa Blues games and get as passionate as I would about Newcastle Sunderland games because I wasn't from Birmingham, so it would never really affect me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't get as angry as a Villa Blues derby as I can about, you know, Sunderland Newcastle. Just the idea of the derby just angers me. And I'm like, that's not normal. Like, that's your DNA in it. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. So, yeah. Conflicted that we're going up. Do you know what I mean? A lot of Sunderland Newcastle fans are better fans of Sunderland than some of their own. Yeah, I would say they are. I mean, but then again, look, Tristan. The thing is, like, there's arsehole fans at every single club. Some of our fans are pricks as well. You know, there's nothing worse than football fans. We know that, and I say this a lot. You know what I mean? Because football is too tribal. It's far too tribal. It's horrible. You know, and the amount of people who know nothing as well. Talk about ball knowledge. Ball knowledge isn't a thing. If you use the term ball knowledge, you're born in the 2000s. There is a lot to unpack, and that's what I was trying to get to about an hour ago, because I was like, I needed to get it off my chest as well, to sort of try and work out where we go. And it's not all comedy, and I'm glad it came after the bit about trying to work out whether mediums are nonces. But I just needed to sort of like explain that that's why we're going to get to where we got to, and that's why yesterday had to happen, you know. View from the barrier. I feel the same way with Falkirk. My passion for them is huge again. Local is always best. Now a season ticket holder, part of the fan ownership. That's class. That is class. That is class. And that's why I looked at season tickets today, and I was like, Mrs. J, I'm having a look. Right. And she was like, okay, like, you aren't able to attend all those games, but fine, if you want to waste your money on a season ticket, then do it. But yeah, I got emotional after the Europa League final. Lost my dad a few years ago. He got me into Spurs. It hit me. I get that, Chris. That does tend to go hand in hand, doesn't it? You know, obviously, condolences for your loss, but I think it's different in it when the weird thing there. And I'm not one to sort of like back and forth on it, but the weird thing there obviously is that there's a connection there with you and your dad, whereas for me there's like no connection, and that's the interesting bit. I'm just like having to sort of forge my own path, but with my own. People will look at it differently, but I'll obviously know how it is. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure why I've shared that, but it felt appropriate to. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it felt appropriate to. I've been a prick watching the football club play football big time. I've stopped watching them live anymore. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to take yourself away, haven't you? I've walked taken up to York with Trek. We've talked about that. Me and Trek have talked about trying to get each other down. It is a plan that we're gonna get happening as well, I reckon. Still, the connection's not exactly the same as other people's. Part was made you. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, you see the flags, you hear the songs, you see the people. It's like, that's my lot. Straight away, it's like, that'll be a whole car full of us. You know, you're like, I'll be in with these rapscallions. Yeah, Romanian football team have always had good performances. See, Marian Gabriel, look at that. Stoya Bucharest. Good performances. I'm very jealous. I'll be joining down York if you fancy. Absolutely, Tristan. Let's make that happen. Especially when little Tristan comes out. Do you know what I mean? Like when I see Arsenal at Highbury, I knew Arsenal was the team for me. Yeah, I think you do. I think you just feel it. And you know what? And Villa for many, many years was for me as well. Proper traditional club. 4 separate stands. Brilliant stadium. Good kit colours. You know. But yeah. Now it just doesn't really fit for me. It doesn't fit. So, but Sunderland, it just makes sense. It just makes absolute sense. By making no sense. 6 weeks of shit in it. You'll be fine, mate. You'll be absolutely fine. Don't worry at all. Appreciate the follow there over on TikTok with what looks like a cloud. Villa are a club I've got no reason to dislike. Well ran, great manager, fantastic players, great fan base. They've got a few knobheads as well, though. Ask Lama. Lama will agree with that, presumably. Lama says he got very emotional watching Birmingham at Wembley. The emotion was fury mainly. Plenty of knobheads everywhere. That's the problem. See what I mean? Same for me, Rick. I remember sitting there with my not biological uncle John watching the game. Brings back fond memories. See? That's what it's about, isn't it? 86 Champions League wins, Stoya 2-0. And Duckdeman saves 4 penalties. I mean, that's a great claim to fame, isn't it? Stoya with the European Cup. There's not many teams do that. Watching the Champions League final when I was a kid, I remember crying at that match, being scared to celebrate was strange, but oddly enough I don't hate AC Milan. You know, your favourite team in Italy. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like I say, for me personally, I don't know how you can, or what the sort of reaction is in the live moment, but in the live environment, maybe yeah, there must be enough connection there. But yeah, I just think it was just yesterday's. The feelings on the Stadium of Light for the Coventry game. I've never felt anything like that. That was like, never seen the stadium like that. Never heard it like that. That was special. That was really, really special. The goal at the end was stupid. Never seen the players do that. Never. Yeah. You can't recreate that. You can try and be like, oh yeah, we'll try and make a scientific formula. You can't. Like, you can't describe that feeling. And then obviously Wembley is it's the same, absolutely the same. You're just like, I don't know how they did that. I don't know how you can make something like that happen. Good, you're in your club, buddy. Nice to see you. I've got a cracking picture. You might have seen it on my Twitter actually. I've put a picture of so as I was panning around the ground after the game, there was a guy stood behind us with his little one. His little one must have been about the age of youngest Jameson, and he's got the little. Did I mention this at the start of the stream? Maybe I did. He's got the little one on his shoulder. He's like sort of cuddled into him, and he's bawling his eyes out. And so I just put up on Twitter. I'm just like, right, whoever this guy is, just give him the picture because, you know, you're going to need that in the future to show the little one, you know, what was there. And I was like, I would be happy enough to have that with the kids. But obviously, yeah, they weren't asked about coming. So I took Rich Owens, and, you know, I carried Rich Owens on my shoulder as well. It was interesting. Did Rich have a little cry of happiness when Sheffield United lost? You know what? I think he took in the whole vibe. I know why we're managing in Romania, and basically because Georgie Hadji said he wanted me to manage for them, so that's why we're here. Yeah, we're doing a journey person career, so we're all over the place. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Celebrating with that many people together in one place is a feeling you can't buy or manufacture. It's unreal. You can't. And again, there's the fact that Sheffield United didn't sell all their tickets as well. It's like how have you not done this? The goalkeeper that saved the penalties for Stoya died recently. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's going to bring the chat down. And I've just explained the whole conversation about me and my family dynamic, and now we're talking about dead goalkeepers. It's Can't help but feel that the mood's changed some, hasn't it? Should we go back to talking about nonsense? How are you? How are you? Good. I hope you're good. Welcome in. 14 grand. We haven't got 14 grand. How's he doing? I mean, he's a good player, this fella, but I've got a feeling that we're gonna strike out here. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry, he doesn't want to sign, but Luis Semedo might. How much does he want? 10 grand. Oh, come on, Lewis. Right. Let's give him a clause for. I'll give him a bonus for winning the Europa League, right? Okay. You have a bigger bonus there for the cup. Okay. You can have a bonus for winning the league as well. Okay. Right, and a massive bonus for when we win the Conference League. Yeah. Quick, someone say something silly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's do that, shall we? Oh, Luis Semedo's coming in. Everyone, this could be fun. I wonder whether my end is available. This is like literally, I'm obsessed now. My end are giving it the big Randy Orton's, by the way. Southerners and Northerners. I like Villa, half my family are Villa. I never understand hating people who are just like you. I say the animosity for Southerners and Northerners. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's got to be like a dividing line, and I think it is. I think it is the North-South divide. Glad we beat the Mags tonight. Yes, Chunky Funkster. Jordan Pickford's Blue Army. Randy has posted. He has posted it. He has, and I love the fact he's done it. Listening to the interviews, just like I like Randy Orton. That's why I've done it. Cool, that'll do. Juice and Burnett went to Stoya. Trey Hume got the Spurs. Trey Hume's good, mind. He is good. You get tackled by Trey Hume, you stay tackled. Trust Man U to win and still give them Champions League. Was hoping to see Anthony Gordon bawling his eyes out. Yeah, I mean that was ridiculous, isn't it? The whole thing. Because that Villa goal needs to stand, doesn't it? Like, let's be honest, that should have stood. He just signed a pro deal, right? Well, oh, he has just turned professional. Good. Still trying to get this guy in. Yes, no, you're right, Chris. Yeah, I have interrupted my stream to send that message in the WhatsApp group. No, it's my WhatsApp. Sorry, I've turned it off. Sorry. The problem is I got messages on my phone, and I'm watching. I'm like, "Where's my phone?" So it must be in the other room. So I was like, "Right, I'm gonna have to put my WhatsApp on on the computer so I can send a message. And then Chris is just like, yeah, by the way, yeah, TJ has just done this while he's streaming. Yeah. It's fine. Let me. What are we going to do about the record this week? Because obviously I'm away. Do you want me to bring a phone in? You can do, Mrs. J, if you want to, but you don't necessarily have to. It's not. Shouldn't really be finished up about 45 minutes anyway. I shouldn't really be texting while I'm here, should I? But yeah, I don't know whether we record, because obviously I can't record on Thursday. I don't know whether we do Friday possibly or Saturday. We'll see. We'll see. Hello, Mrs. J. Thank you. Look at that. Service with a scowl. Oh, she can't close the door though, can she? Hang on, 2 seconds. There you go. Actually, there's the point. Can you can you hear this? If I pause that, I wonder if you can actually hear it through the microphone here. Right. There you go. So that's the that's Denise. Denise rocking up in the playoff final. Yeah. Oh, Keith Whittaker. Wait till Newcastle do you 9-0. Oh, fuck off, Keith. Who cares? Who cares? You know what? Newcastle could only score goals because they've been bought out by dirty murderers. You know, if you want your wins that way, fine, have them. Yeah. I'd rather do it the right way and get relegated again. Yeah. See, this is the thing. This is how I know I'm back at the right club. The anger comes straight back out, doesn't it? Nobody cares. Go and have your open top bus for the stupid Carabao Cup. Yeah. Hello, government. Can you formally recognise Newcastle United, please, for winning the match? Pathetic. Maybe Denise was in the DJ booth. Potentially. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Make a lot of sense. 2 million quid for this lad. Has he got a buyout? He's got a 1.8 million pound buyout clause, and they're asking us for thousands of pounds, for millions of pounds. Yeah. I'll be honest. Yeah, I saw the message. I was like, I'll just have to fire straight back. I'm not even thinking about what I'm saying. It's just like, you know, when someone comes at you and it's like, oh, the natural reaction is that, and that. Am I making friends again? I don't think so, Mrs. J. I think I'm upsetting people again. Have I played the 08 Retro Database? No, not yet. Have I? No, I must have done at some point. Have I? Did I do the 08 Database? I don't think I did. Maybe. I've definitely played it. There's a new one, the 86 one's coming up soon, which is going to be great. So keep your eyes out for that as well. The Mad Scientist doing awesome work again. Whereas Sunderland just bankrolled about that sweet FIFA bribery money that took the 2006 World Cup to Germany. Is that what KLD does? Is it? Oh God. Oh, it's all horrible, isn't it? It's all horrible. Fuck football. It's just shit, isn't it? It's shit. Oh, Dreyfus' dad. I presume KLD's got his own pocket money. Who knows? I love the fact that Chris has just sent me a message that screenshot that Twitch has just went, do you really want to send that? TJ's Morally Good Adventures over, yeah. Promoted, and then therefore we go straight into this. Yeah. Oh well, never mind. It's fun while it lasted, wasn't it? I guess it's back to Washington then. Although I was there, probably funded by someone else as well. Oh, probably the Saudi money probably spans its way around the northeast somehow. Now we've bought your airport. Bribery or beheadings, one thing is marginally worse than the other. Exactly. If you haven't got a head, yeah, that's definitely worse. Definitely worse. Bonjour, Neil Fitzpatrick. Ça va? Je voudrais une baguette. Yeah. I can feel this is a stream that might not make it onto YouTube. I mean, it is on YouTube in a sense. In a sense, Chris, it is there. It's live stream, and it's up to YouTube what they want to do. What they want to do with it. I think this is the reason that Twitch have started. Not having as much storage for creators anymore. Probably people like me, I reckon. 86.1 is out soon. He's going to do the 0910 for FM26 when it's out. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. I'm a fan of the Mad Scientist. He does a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Twitch are on to you. Everyone's on to me. Everyone's on to me now. And you know what? It's fair. Fair. No head, no bribery. Yeah, exactly. Head's gone. I'll think about this. Also, as well, by the way, right? If Newcastle do beat Sunderland 9-0, I will donate some money to a charity that probably has something to do with cats and dogs, right? Right? I'm not saying how much money, right? I will donate some money. That's how unlikely I think 9-0 is going to be, okay? A reigning charity. In what sense, Llama? Oh, cats and dogs. Yeah, sorry, I just got that. A rehabilitation centre for battered horses. That's the one. Yeah. For battered horses that have been sports washed. Yeah. That's what I'll do. There's a slow burner. Yeah, much like some Saudi Arabian torture. Am I right? 7 grand for a fullback who's not going to be the first choice. Unsporting individual. I'm a fan of that. He's put 50p in TJ again. Well, look, this is what you want. I got sentimental, right? And now I've gone back to mental. So you can't have me both ways. That's what she said. Maybe? I don't know. This is why some people don't stream FM as much now. I think. I might be wrong. Mrs. J says TJ is morally your life contains themes that some may find uncomfortable and has been restricted. Yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah, I've been told off by TikTok. Whoops. It's not long to go. I mean, it's nice that they check in on me, isn't it? You know, most of it was fine. They were alright with all the bit about the family stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's when you've got platforms that that constantly keep that information there forever. That's the one you need to worry about, isn't it? The most. This is a 5-minute edit stream for YouTube, I'm guessing. Pretty much, yeah. Hello, YouTube. How are we? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the save. This has been great. Bye. Let's go and raid someone. That's pretty much how the stream's going to go. Do you know what the interesting bit is? YouTube will flag it for copyright for that moment I played the Gangster's Paradise thing. That's what I reckon the issue will be there. Sometimes I need to be aware of my overall surroundings, don't I? I mean, we've got a match to play, by the way, if anyone's remotely interested in Football Manager. Has anyone remembered what we're doing around here? What we're meant to be here for? Can we beat Trabzon Sport? Can we? Can we? That's the question, isn't it? Right, the big egg. We can't put him in because it's gonna knacker up the registrations. I feel like he has to be there though. The big egg gone but not forgotten, but he's still. But yet still here, so he's out of contract. Like, do we just put him in? Oh, we can't have him. He can't be in. He's fallen off the metaphorical wall. Do you know what I mean? Your surroundings. You're alone in a bedroom. It's not bed. It's an office. Thank you very much. This used to be my kitchen. Used to be. Yeah. Luis Semedo has signed. Here we go. Former Sunderland striker. You can take the lad out of Sunderland. Well, you can try. Yeah. You probably should. Let's see how he does, shall we? He's not going to make it in the European squad, I don't think. But we've got him in. We've got him in anyway. Next signing is Job. 100%. 100%. Right, I need to work a way where we can get him in. Do you cook from a gas burner now? You stream from the kitchen? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Well, no. What we did, Llama, was when we did the extension last year. Last year, I think it was last year, wasn't it? We shifted everything around. So the outside there is now the front room is now the front room diner is now the diner kitchen across the whole thing, and then the back is now the extension, so that's now the front room. So the front room's at the back, if that makes sense. And then the kitchen now is now here. This is my office. We've got a nice gas barbecue outside though. That's pretty good. I'm a big fan of that. What do you want to do with the podcast? Extension paid for by FIFA bribery money, no doubt. It was. It absolutely was. Yeah, and I have no shame. I have no shame with that. Yeah, that'll be it. Oh no. Excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. What else have we got? When we did on the other half of the it is, yeah. That's what the shed's for. just have that. I just want to make sure that, like, I don't get the two mixed up. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, now we got the gas barbecue. I can, stick them on and grill and. I don't know why I'm doing the thing of a spit. Do you know what I mean? Like, makes sense, I suppose. Really, if I'm suggesting it with mime, then am I getting told off? Maybe not. Suggesting it with clever movement. Where's good to get face packs? Oh, I don't know. I tend to get all my stuff from Sorted Out SI. I haven't got a thing for it. I haven't got a kits, maybe logos or something. No. Middle-aged man life goals a gas barbecue. Oh, Ian, honestly, mate, it is a 6-ring burner. Doing well. Big fan of it. Big fan of it. Biscagno no longer a. I don't want him on the loan list anymore. I think he needs to play. And also, where's Pakaruru? Injured. Right, so George is going to go up top. That's fine, he can play up there. Right, let's go then. Come on, let's see what we can do against Trabzonspor, shall we? It's going to be interesting. So we're lacking 1 or 2 players. And also Semedo's not registered. But European music bangers on the way in. European football at Farul. Get in. Right, here we go then. If we can get a result here, then we've only got 3 more qualifiers to go, and then we're there. Do you know what I mean? Dogu says, "Have you ever been to Turkey because your hair looks amazing?" No, this is all natural, bro. This is my natural vibe, right? 100% homegrown TJ haircut here. Yeah. Also, I've never been to Turkey. You know. Calic with the corner in. Oh, unlucky. Yeah. I need to get a set of those white veneers, don't I? Get me get proper TV presenter teeth. Yeah. Should I get them? Sort of. I've taught that. Perfectly square, but like brilliant white. Also, as well, I like the fact that there's a suggestion that this isn't real. Like, I mean, it is. It's nice hair, but it's certainly not. There's no suggestion this is fake hair. Fake hair doesn't look anything like this at all. Fake hair looks dreadful. That's a great goal. Hassam makes it 1-0. Speaking of Turkey, Trabzonspor taking the lead. I mean, it's a decent hit, isn't it? Underside of the bar, in it goes. Yeah, you can't really legislate for that, can you? That happens. Pick it out. What people can't see in the disaster zone, what people can't see is the disaster zone behind the front quiff. That's true, actually. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing at the back. It's all bald. I've had to pull it off. I've had to pull it forward. With the underdogs. I don't know what we're going to be able to do. That's the problem. Magic George is on the bench. Albu's on the bench. QP Newman's not having a great time. Maybe we bring him off. Three shots, one on target. Let's get Neumann out. For Albu. See if that makes any difference. Still defensive, so let's move ourselves up to positive as well. Albu floats the free kick up. Kellick. Oh, that'll do. Penalty. Who's having this? Who's taking it? Come on. Damashkin. Straight at the keeper. Straight at the keeper. QP is coming off now. For Magic George. They put Toma on. Sabu's not playing well. Scaniel's not playing well, to be honest. Might as well change it. Missed the penalty, Damashkan. We needed that. We needed that. That would have got us in. Yes, Elaine, we are managing Farul Constanta. That's right. Romanian first division now. We were second division when we took over. Cross in, cleared away. This is our potential European debut. Tomouts it over the top. Wonder whether we can hit some early crosses. Come on. 80th minute. It's not quite Sunderland time yet. Can we make it Farrell o'clock? Here we go. Mafday. Oh, should have put it across. Oh. It was a nice idea, but what made you choose the club? It's nice, by the way, Georgie Hadji's club. That was the reason. That was the reason. Georgie Hadji came and interviewed me, and I said, well, if Georgie Hadji wants me, then Georgie Hadji gets me. And we then also managed the football club. With regards to podcast, by the way, Chris, I mean, I'm going to be setting off for head office tomorrow. Patreons for Wednesday, so whenever you can get it done is great, as long as someone can get it uploaded to Patreon. And Gabriel George on his debut. There we go. Yeah, if you can get whatever works for you, mate. Whatever works for you. As long as someone can get it uploaded, then that's fine. Obviously, I'm not about, so. Gabriel George in off the post. That'll do. 1-1. Give us a chance, right? Give us a chance. By the way, I don't understand a thing from that game. I'm playing FIFA career. It's much easier. FIFA careers are much easier. Yeah, 100% easier. Oh, that's a big miss. Big Taff, man. Here he goes. I was walking from King's Cross to Euston and all the bloody Sunderland players were walking out of their hotel with their medals on, getting in my way, and I thought of you. Taff, man. Taff, man. I think of you constantly, mate. Pleasure to see you, by the way. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. How was that London? What have you been up to this weekend? You weren't at the playoffs, were you? Class if you were, though. Hope the family are well, by the way. You're down at Comic-Con. Was it Comic-Con this weekend? I didn't know. I should check that out as well, shouldn't I? It's UK Games Expo next week. QP out with a broken collarbone. Oh, dear. You know what? Let's specialist. I know what a broken collarbone's like. Bloody Elders Jameson's rocking around on one. You know, they're on a Sunday. See, so I've got passes for it. I've got a press pass, but I'm away this week. and then I'm away next week as well. Sorry, so I'm away like what I would class as this week. So Monday to Friday, I'm classing as this week, and then I'm away the week after. So it's going to be difficult to go to that as well. We'll see what's what, you know. But we could potentially maybe get down at some point. We'll see. We'll see. If we're there, I'll let you know. Because it should be fun. I'm looking at it going, this should be great fun. So we'll see how we get on. They're playing Arad now. Is that a league game? Is it? Yes, it is. So we play a league game, then we play Trabzonspor again in the second leg. But want to see me if you go Sunday. It's the only reason I'm going. The only reason I'm going is to see you. Especially after the rot you had to hang out this weekend. I know, Rich Owens, of all the people. I mean, how many people have I gone through my phone book to get to Rich Owens? Yeah. How is Botasoni evolving on a save? Are they still terrible? Asking because you are from there. I don't really know, to be honest. Botasoni, second division. Yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, yeah, second division. No, they're not actually. No, they're first division. There they are. Yes. Sorry. Takes me a bit of time to read this out properly, doesn't it? Leagues. Well, yeah, you've been promoted last year, but up and down. Nothing spectacular. Nothing spectacular, I'm afraid. Right, should we get this Arad game done? Then probably the Trabzonspor match as well. And then we should know whether we're in Europe. Well, we'll know for a fact whether we're in Europe at that point. Or whether we're in Europe for another match, I should say. Stanishescu. They are saying he's unambitious. Do you know what? I'm gonna risk it. 1.3 mil. We've got a fair bit of cash. Right, let's do it. Because if he goes somewhere else, Slaven Belupo fancy him. Yes, Alien. Appreciate the follow, my friend. Very kind. So Kipe is going to come out. Albo's coming in. Semedo comes in up top. So he's going to replace Sabu. The big egg can go on the bench as well. Neumann can come out for Magic George. Try that. That feels like it should probably work, shouldn't it? Have I managed an island before? Yeah, we did Banbridge. When we did the British Steel Challenge, it was class. Really, really enjoyed it. And we had a great time there. Less great time at Portadown, I think, but Banbridge was fun. So hopefully we'll have a half decent start of the season. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry, what platforms do I use besides TikTok? I'm using, basically use everything. I've got TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Allianz, so all Tony Jameson FMs. If you want to jump out away from TikTok, want to come and hang on Twitch or YouTube, then of course feel free to do so. But yeah, Tony Jameson FM's the place to go. Math Day down the line. Magic George. Backwards. Forwards. George Biscagno. Damashkan. Hit from distance. Keep the tips around the post. It's a corner. What have we got? George. Puts it in. Albu. George. Magic George. Albu tackled. And Tal picks it up. Nothing from it. It's Gabriel George, by the way, not George, but might as well call him George. It's all Farul so far, though. 3 shots. It's all Farul. Yeah. Calic's injured. Right, Moldovan on. Could do without having him injured because he's very, very good. A double G. What's a double G? Oh yeah, yeah. I could call him GG, couldn't I? Yeah. Great, they're upset. We're doing like, look, you're playing really well. We're not, Gaffer, are we? Well, maybe score then. Do you know what I mean? Sammy Tocco on the follow. Appreciate that, Sammy. Very kind. Let's try and move everything up again, shall we? Samuel Sigmund's in as well. Appreciate the follow there as well, my friend. What I like is my left back's come on and now he's injured, so that's another injury happening. Gabby George. He's 6'8", but let's put Tober on. Let's put the big egg on up top. See if that'll change things. Hit crosses as well. I'm worried this might end up being 0-0 unless it's not quite it, is it? Come on, boys, let's get a bit more from you. There must be more to come. There must be. Mayata in there with a follow. Appreciate that. Very kind, thank you for that. No more substitutions available. Okay, fine. It's fine. Albu's corner. Flicked on. Oh! Nearly tapped into the back post. Not enough. See the TikTok with Mario Balotelli on Craiova. Is he still there? No, he's been sacked. Alien has been sacked at Craiova. They actually interviewed us in the summer for his job, but we were like, no. And then they were like, no. Crosses in, cleared away. Come on, boys, we've got to be able to do something, surely. Let's go attacking. 2 minutes to go. Can we? They've not even had a shot. It's a slightly disappointing first league game, to be honest. Yes, Voigtler, yeah, Farul in Romania. One of those days. I think. Give it the Limp Biscuits. It's one of those days when you don't want to wake up. Let's go in there for a fairly straightforward offering on the contract. A couple of days for Calic, but it's a couple of days that lead into the Euro, so need him back, to be honest. Get a bit more, get a bit of hydrates on the go. Good shout. Russian. He's not looking good, is he? Dennis Castillo. Ecuadorian. I mean, that's a bit fancy for us, isn't it? Where's he playing? Federica. I mean, I like the fact he's free, but, well, the free thing doesn't really matter because we've got money. We can bring players in. He's obviously going to be good. How much is he going to want, though? Because if we got players in there with match top earner clause as well, that could be a problem, couldn't it? Stefan Freitag, 28-year-old Austrian, wanted by Dinamo Bucharest. It's, offer him a trial. He's a bit older than what we normally go for, so that might not work for us. Bogdan Popescu. Let's offer him a trial as well because he might be half decent. Volta, you play for Oldham now. Or you play for Oldham, or you manage Oldham. You have to double check because it's we do have footballers in from time to time. Off topic, can I rate the song Texture Hit the Ground? I don't think I've ever heard that song. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rate it as dreadful. And I don't know whether I'm right or wrong, but that's my decision. The Big Egger's gone. Unfortunately, the Big Egger's left. Okay, it's a shame, but he has left. SRA is a possible as well. He's free now. Low determination though. Adrian Solera, welcome in. Appreciate the follow, my friend. Very kind, very kind. Let's see if there more. Is there any more strikers that we can that the game's looking at? To be fair, we might need some more defenders. Let's have a look at the time. We can probably come back to that next week. Because I don't really know. Well, to be fair, I do know the stream schedule coming up. And the best place to check it is on the Discord, right? Have a look in there. You'll be able to see what the stream schedule looks like because things are going to change a little bit this next couple of weeks because I'm away for work. So I'm away Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'm back Thursday. No. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm back Thursday. So we need to obviously change that. And then next week, I'm away Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then I'm back for a week, which is brilliant. And then away Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The final week. So, yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, that one. Ben Cage, appreciate you, my friend. We'll see you very soon. 275 grand they're expecting, are they? Well, between that and 2 million quid. So, could be anything. Literally any figure at all. Okay, what we'll do this final Trabzon Sport match. That should give us the nod as to where we are in Europe. Are we going to still be in Europe? Are we out of Europe? That'll give us a bit of an idea about what we do for the rest of the season. with Farul, and then obviously we can raid out, and we'll be back when we're back. Gonzalo Cardozo, yeah, he can be removed. That's fine. Yeah, we're not fussed about that. Come on then, what are we going to do? Are we going to get something? Semedo's obviously got to come out. See if Sabu can do something, shall we? Magic George out for Neumann, yeah. Diallo, let's put him in. He's not fully fit, but he might be able to make a difference for a bit. Let's try that. Worst thing is he gets injured again, which is possible now, especially now I've said it out loud. But if he actually manages to, oh shit, if he manages to help, then we've made the right decision. Okay, there we go. All the music's on. Music's played. We need to give everyone as much as we can. Yeah. Come on, let's see what we can do, shall we? Oh, yes. Damashkan, whatever you call him. Damashkan. We've given ourselves the lead after, what, 2 minutes? Great ball down the line. Sabu. Keeper comes for it, misses it. Damashkan makes up for the fact he didn't, he missed the penalty in the first leg. Nice early goal to settle the team. Yeah, that's good. Hang on, did we equalise in the last match? Because it says we're 2-1 up. We did score, didn't we? We did. Yes, Gabriel George scored. 4-2-4 is the most broken tactic you've used. Yes, well, probably Trector, yeah. Also, as well, the I mean, there's loads of broken tactics on this game, to be honest. But Gabby Georgian off the post, that was the one. Can I win the conference? Ooh, I mean, Liv, that would be insane, wouldn't it? That would be insane. We've got to get into the conference first of all. Can we do it? I don't know. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. Ooh, that's just over the top. Tell you what, let's sit back for a bit. Let's not counter press them for now. Let's just sit back. See how that works. They're coming at us. You know, we need to just keep our shape. Don't do anything silly. Might not be as fancy as the Champions League, but it has its charm. I think it's more fancy than the Champions League because of the fact that it has its charm. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think the Conference League, the Europa Leagues, like, if you can win those, then that's great. Especially for a save like a Journeyman, where, you know, yes, the ultimate goal is to win a Champions League or a World Cup or whatever, but if you win the other ones along the way, it just makes it more fun, doesn't it? Oof, right. Not thinking sitting off is the right thing to do. Lounge demand. Bella in on the TikTok as well. Conference League is such a good idea that I find it hard to believe UEFA came up with it. Yeah, someone's obviously just done it, left the documents there, and UEFA have just went, oh, we'll just do this then, shall we? And Tal back to Seuss, the goalkeeper. Played up through the lines. Antal. Kellick. Back to Antal. Over the top. There we go. Damashkan. Oh! Pashkanyo. It's offside. It's offside. Oh. Almost. Almost. Tikavano. Sabu. Diallo. Antal picks it up. Albu. Inside. Damashkan. Diallo. Go on, use your pace. Doesn't need to. Oh, it's at both posts. Oh. How did that not go in? How did that not go in? That was both posts, wasn't it? Ooh. This is going to come back and bite us, isn't it? I feel. Kellick inside. Biscanio pulls it back, cleared away. Trabzonspor don't pick the ball up, we do. Neumann. Diallo. Oh, he's missed out. And we committed too many men forward. Diallo's tired. He's playing well though, he's tired. They're going to score, aren't they? No, not yet. Not yet. Who do we bring off? Everyone's playing really well. Maybe Gabby George. He's on a 6-6. Biscanio's on a 6-4. Tokla free kick's just gone wide. I think we're living a charmed life here. Diallo just needs some fresh legs for Mafday, I think. Magic George. I don't think Magic George for Albu at this point. Not yet. Maybe Biscanio for Toma. We could do with another defender in there, possibly. Maybe go a bit more defensive. Last 10 minutes, do we look to see the game out? Close it down. Now we can start to get men behind the ball. Do we time waste? Go disciplined. Making the change. Get Magic George on. Right, let's have another defensive midfielder in there. There we go, just to block things up a bit. Right. Bring things back. Gyro's box still works a charm. It does, doesn't it? It's still doing its bit. Albu's corner. Cleared away. I've gone too defensive. I've gone too defensive. Unbelievable. 2 missed penalties in the oh, off the bar. Get the watchers. Right, we're not losing this one. Yes. Never in doubt. Right. Trabzonspor. Have it. Yeah? Have that. All done. All dusted. Never in doubt. Oh. Steve Mandanda is the Trabzonspor manager. Kai, divine intervention. Absolutely. Absolutely divine intervention. The next Florent Prunier, I say. We spoke about it before. We're going to play Sam Garuli Shaltubo. I don't know. But all I know is that we've done something. Somehow we've managed to get through that. No idea. But you know what? It's fine. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Trabzonspor beaten. Cool. I'm happy about that. Whew, that was just normal night in the office. Normal. Nothing really to write home about. Just, that's what we normally do, isn't it? That's what we normally do. Oh, there's it was never nervy. It wasn't nervy. We knew exactly what was happening. I think. Right. Let's call that there then. Let's call that there. I think that's probably fair. Let's call that there. It's time now to find someone else to raid into, I reckon. See what we can do. Go and show some love to someone that we haven't seen before, hopefully. I've got someone here that I don't think we've seen before, so that might be interesting. Let's see what they're up to. We can go and show them some love. That'll be good, I think. Football Mafia say they're in. Football Mafia have obviously dropped the follow. Thank you very much for that. Night, well done the real life thing. Thank you, Wilsonia. It was a real life thing and it was well done. Yes, appreciate that. That's very, very kind indeed. Okay, let's go and drop a follow, shall we? Drop a raid. Go and give this boy some love. Okay. Seems like he's fairly new, so go and have some fun. And yeah, see you at some point next week, probably about Friday, I think. All right, take care of yourselves, everyone. All the best. Speak to you very soon. Bye now.